All right, folks, this is Dave Wood, and we are live. Hold on, let me go to the page here real quick and just get some feedback from you. If you guys can hear me okay, if you could just type yes into the comments, that'd be great. We've got some exciting content for you tonight and some exciting news for everybody who's plugged into the live broadcast. Hold on a second, the page is taking forever to load on my computer. That would be funny if we crashed the live broadcast page. Let me just actually get some feedback here. The tech system's down. Hold on a second. Hey, Rob, if you're watching this, if you can hear me live, if you could just text me. Somebody could? Hold on just a second. I think we may have crashed the page, which is actually hilarious. In one way, it's hilarious anyways. Hold on, let me message Casey here real quick. I actually got to get some feedback that we're actually live and we've started, so hold on. Let's see, Casey. Hey, is the page down? I imagine there's some people that are on the page that can hear this. If you're here, if you could just be patient, that'd be great. Can any of you load the page?
Hey, my name's Dave Sharp.
Hold on a sec.
Over the last 12 months, we've had over 70.
You can hear me. Okay, Rob says he can hear me. Okay, I can't load the page, so I suppose we'll just get talking and hope that if there's a page error that it'll be fixed here soon. Rob, hold on, I'm getting some feedback from Casey. I can hear something in the background. You guys got this? Hold on a second. Let me just wait. Casey's almost done. AJ's monitoring. Haven't heard anything. He'll ping him. Okay. All right. I'm just going to start talking, guys, because I'm going to assume the page is loading, even though it can't load on my computer. And I wanted to welcome you all. Hold on a second here. AJ's monitoring. The text messaging system is down. The live page isn't down. Okay, I can't load it for some reason. Let me turn this off. All right, hold on. All right, so folks, we're going to get started, and tonight I'm excited, and here's why I'm excited. Just the other day, I messaged our operations department at Empower Network, and I asked them, I wanted to know how much sales did we do in 2013? You know, what were the sales numbers? And honestly, I had no clue. I had known we had done close to $70 million total, but I didn't know that we were over it. But I had no clue how much we did in 2013. I thought it was like 40 million or 45 million or something like that. I'd known what we were doing a lot. Well, I waited for a day for them to compile the data, and they didn't have exact estimates for it, or they didn't have it exact because they're still compiling the data from December because some of the merchant accounts are still settling. But in 2013, and I want you guys to really listen to this, and I hope you get excited about this. In 2013, we did over $63 million in sales at Empower Network from a little online thing that was started really over a handshake over a wooden table at my house in Costa Rica just a couple of years after being online. So last year we did $63 million in sales, most of which was paid out to the field in commissions. And that excited me for a variety of reasons. Number one, because it's something that just nobody has ever done before. But number two, because of where we're going and what I believe that we're going to do in this year in 2014. You know, I was just on another hangout actually, just talking about the dream and the vision with one of the teams here at Empower Network, and I was talking about these $1 million rings. You know, the first year in Empower Network, we helped 2 people earn over $1 million in commissions. And I can't really say we helped people because it was me and Dave Sharp. We passed the $1 million in commission mark from earning money in our own comp plan, doing what we teach you guys to do. Well then, in 2013, okay, our second year, we created 5 new ones, right? Tony Rush, Vic, Shakir, Justin, and Lawrence, right? All in 1 year. I believe that with what we're going to teach you tonight on this webinar and the stuff that we're going to teach in the course that we're going to, of course, sell you in this webinar, I believe that with the skill sets that you guys are going to learn and the concepts that you're going to learn, I believe this year in 2014, I believe we can give at least 20 of these out. And that's my goal this year. Is I want to create 20 new people who earn over $1 million in commissions. These are really cool. Let me actually show these to you guys real quick. On one side, it's got, I don't know if you can see it. I was trying to show it on the last webinar. Hold on. Now you can't see it, but it has the date that you joined, and for us it was October 27th, 2011. We were the first affiliate application to process a few days before the site went live because we wanted to make sure everything worked. So we've got that on one side. And on the other side, it has the date that you passed over $1 million in commissions with our comp plan. And on the other side of the ring, it says February 17th, 2012. So it took us a little over 3 months to do, and the only one who's done it better than that and faster than that is Vic, right? But there will be more. But I believe this year, that this year is a year where we're gonna create 20, and that's heading towards the goal. Because my vision is, and I've been talking about this and talking about this and talking about this actually for a long time, but now I've been being just more public about it and sharing it more. My vision is I want to give out 100 of these a year. That's my goal. Not 100 total. I don't want to create 100 millionaires. I want to create 100 new people a year that earn over $1 million in commissions. Now, before I go any further, obviously, no matter who's making money doesn't guarantee you're going to make any money, because you have to do the work, right? Before you join or buy anything, look at our income disclosure. We've got on every page of our website. We disclose averages here. That's just the vision. That's where we're going, and that's what I want to create. And tonight, this skill set, I believe, is the highest paid skill set that exists in marketing, and this is something that really is normally, only sold for huge amounts of money. That's only taught in like private workshops, and it's something that can help you make more money, not just in your Empower Network business if you're an affiliate here, but it's something that really can help you make more money faster than any other kind of skill set that you can possibly learn. And there's a reason for that, and that is that we're going to talk tonight about how to sell high-ticket products, how to sell products that are thousands of dollars. Like we've got an Empower Network, we've got the 15K formula. It's a $1,000 product. It would be considered more of a low-end, high-ticket product. We've got the Master's course, which is a $3,500 product. We are going to teach you and walk you through how to sell things that are $5,000 and $10,000 and $20,000 and earn a higher level of commissions per customer. And this is something, and this is the only story that I'm going to share because I talked in more detail in the previous live stream that we did. This is something that I was resistant to for a very long time in my business. When I got started online, I got started from a really broke perspective. I didn't have any money, and I lived in a van, and I had to borrow money from my mom to get started. And I made all of my money selling low-ticket, residual-based products. That's how I made all my money ever since I've been on the internet. That was the majority of the income I created before Empower Network. Well, I got stuck in my income, and I couldn't grow my income past a certain phase in my own businesses. And then one day I met Aaron Rashkin, and I heard him say something, and it was in an email he wrote. I started listening to his stuff, and I heard him say something that blew my mind. And he was just talking about a philosophy about the difference between low-ticket products and high-ticket products. And he said something, and I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe it was true. He said that it's no more difficult to sell something that's $3,000 or $10,000 than it is to sell something that's $100. And I heard that, and I said, no, that can't be true. I mean, I didn't have any money. I was broke. I lived in a van, certainly. Nobody has any money. And, he said that, and so I said, I wonder if there are people on my list that want to come to a retreat, that want to go to a high-level training seminar. So I just popped on a live stream like this, okay? And I told stories and sold for about 3 hours. And in that 3 hours, 10 people bought a retreat that I was selling at my house on how I was building my organizations and my businesses. And the retreat was $3,500, the same price as the master's course. And I thought about that afterwards, and I looked at the amount of money that the revenue I created in my business, which that night I created $35,000 in revenue in my business, and I looked at that and I said, that is the amount that I've been making in a month. It just blew my mind. It opened my mind wide open. And what I realized is that this isn't something that we've really been teaching people how to do. and the best way possible. And so today, here's what we've done, and this is what you guys get the pleasure of listening to tonight. By the end of tonight, you are going to be able to get access to information that is the highest level information, the highest paid skill set on how to rapidly increase your income. And I believe that in 2014, this is going to be a foundational, really the foundational key that's going to allow us as a community to more than double in size, to more than double the amount of $1 million earners that we give out, because the speed at which you can create sales at high levels is dramatically and specifically different when you learn what we're going to talk about tonight. So that being said, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to kind of go around. Everybody on here is unique in the sense that they come from a background where they had their biggest breakthroughs doing exactly what we're teaching and selling high-ticket products. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go around, starting with Tony Rush because he's sitting right there, and then we'll go to Shannon, and then we'll go to Chris, and then we'll go to Aaron here. And if you guys could just share your story of what happened to you. I'm going to mute myself out so I don't interrupt you, and I've got to do one thing on my computer here. But Tony, if you could just share your story of what happened to you that first allowed you to finally start making a decent amount of money in the home business industry, and how you got exposed to high ticket and what happened, that'd be great. I'd just love to hear it.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on tonight. When I got the invitation to speak on this particular topic, it took me back several years because I haven't actually revisited this part of my career history in a while. I haven't really thought about it. And as I started kind of looking at how higher ticket items were introduced to me, I realized that a great deal of what allows me to sell lower ticket items really effectively came after I was introduced to higher ticket stuff. And here's what I mean by that. My background in the home business profession, I came in pretty much like everybody. I came in through traditional multi-level marketing, where you're typically dealing with a lower ticket item on a recurring monthly basis. And the percentages were really small, though. Instead of making like 100% commissions like we have it in Power Network in our affiliate program, we were doing, the typical, somebody buys $100 worth of something and you make $5. And so I made a lot of effort in that area, and like a lot of people, I struggled to really create the kind of momentum that would allow me to have a sizable chunk of money coming in every month. And I remember a friend of mine called me and he said, "Hey Tony, I want you to take a look at something. I know you're really happy with your vitamin business, but here is a business where," and I'm wanting to say it was like you can make $1,000 per sale. I didn't get started in that company. And I remember telling Nick, I said, "You know what, it sounds good, but I just don't know that I have the skill to get people to say yes often enough for me to really to make that a primary business." In other words, it was I kind of just want to address maybe one of the common objections that people have when they consider high ticket for the first time. The idea is, the danger, I should say, is that if you don't have a lot of money, which is like I didn't, you tend to think that nobody has a lot of money. Or if you think you might not could afford something, you tend to imagine that nobody can afford it. And I very nearly missed out. That kind of thinking actually kept me stuck for a little while. And I'm really, really thankful that I got around some personal development concepts that allowed me to realize that it's actually no more difficult to sell a higher ticket item than it is to sell a $100 item. And I had an opportunity to kind of observe this in the real estate industry. I'll tell you how it worked. There was a realtor in Florida who was selling $1 million homes. Every home was $1 million, just $1 million and up. And there was a realtor that I knew in North Carolina who sold homes that were on average between $60,000 and $120,000 for a house. And the funny thing about both these realtors is they both had to show a home about the same number of times in order to make a sale. And you can do the math. They both made about the same commission. The realtor in Florida who sold $1 million homes actually lived in a $1 million home. And the realtor in North Carolina who sold $75,000 and $100,000 homes was constantly beating the bricks, beating the pavement, trying to scrape enough commissions together to live in the type of home that she sold. And it was sort of an aha moment to me that I realized there's a market at every rung of the ladder. And it's not good, bad, right, or wrong. People have made a lot of money selling, $25 products. I've made a lot of money in the Empower Network affiliate program just with our basic $25 monthly product or our $100 monthly product. Matter of fact, just our $100 monthly product, the Inner Circle, last time I looked, that one product has put over $600,000 in mine and Jessica's bank account. So we're not invalidating the value of smaller ticket products. But the realization that I had, David, was when I saw this realtor example, I realized there was another level of the game to play in. And the next opportunity that I had to take a look at something that was a little higher priced, it looked like something that was really right up my alley. I looked at it several different ways. I liked it. I liked the look of it. And more importantly, they provided the training that would allow me to get really comfortable talking about a product that was a little higher price point. And the funny thing happened. I was at that point enrolling maybe 2 or 3 people a week in my little nutritional business. And when I started marketing higher ticket products, and by that I mean $1,500, $8,000, and $12,000 products, funny thing happened. Just like the realtor, I was applying these same methods to a higher priced product line, and I was still making 2 or 3 sales a week. I wasn't working any harder, and I was making a lot more money. And we had our first, the breakthrough for us, we did $15,000 in our first 30 days with that particular opportunity, and it was a high ticket. The lowest price product that company sold was about $1,500. And then getting to an event, kind of like what we got coming to Miami, the light bulb just came on, and I realized how many people out there see the value of buying something that actually is worth what you pay for it, even though it's a 4 or 5 figure product. And I'll never forget. I may get an opportunity to share more about this later, but I'll share this with you real quick, and I want to hand it over to Shannon. The biggest aha moment that I'd made the right decision about including high ticket products in my career was in 2000. I think it was 2006. We were in Las Vegas. We were doing a one-day training event, and I had a lot of customers in the audience who had not bought some of our higher ticket products. And we were at the Paris Las Vegas. David, you've been there. And after an event like that, you kind of stand around and shake hands for about an hour or so. And I was looking for my wife, and I couldn't find her. And I thought, well, maybe she's gone on up to the hotel room. So I got on the elevator, and I went up to our hotel room. And you guys know how, you get off the elevator. The elevators are kind of in a little room, and you step out in the hallway, and you can see all the way to both ends, right? You can see all the way to both ends of the hotel. And I made a right, and our suite was all the way down at the end of the hallway. And so as I'm walking down the hallway, I glance up, and I see there's a bunch of people hanging out down at the end of the hallway. And it's Vegas, so I figured it's a bunch of people coming out of a party or a bunch of people getting ready to go into a meeting or something. Anyway, I get down to the end of the hallway, and all these people that are clustered up at the end of the hallway are all people who have bought lower level products from me. They're customers of mine. And I said, what are you guys doing? And they said, we were waiting on you to come back to your hotel room so we can buy these other products. And we've lined up here in the order in which we've arrived because we want to make sure that we purchase the products in the correct order. And guys, I unlocked the hotel room door. These folks came into my hotel suite, and we had a dining room table in our suite. And they lined up down the side of my dining room table, waiting their turn to sit at my laptop and spend $8,000 and $12,000 on products that they had not yet purchased. And Jessica and I stood there looking out the window over Las Vegas with all these people standing in our hotel room looking at each other thinking, why did we make it so difficult for so long? And by the time all the dust settled, we had done a little over I think it was $62,000 in sales in one day. And of the 62,000, I'm wanting to say it was like 40 something of it was ours to keep. That was our profit. And you're talking to the former bookstore manager from a Walden Books. I didn't make 40,000 in a year, and because of the unique way that you can market higher ticket items to people who actually want them, we made $40,000 in a day. Even in our existing product line here at Empower Network. When we released the master's course, it was like a $30-something thousand evening in about 2 hours. So there's great power. And here's the thing: what we're going to talk about tonight applies to any market. It doesn't matter if you're selling, high-ticket insurance products or investment services or real estate, high-ticket information products, seminars, retreats, whatever it is. What we're talking about tonight is the opportunity to actually just tweak what you already know, so that you can actually start earning more with less effort. You can make more money with fewer leads. You can make more sales with fewer prospects. And you can do it just by adding just a slightly different skill set to what you're already doing. And the cool thing, and I'll turn it over to Shannon, the cool thing is when I got this, selling the low-ticket items got even easier. And that's how today, anywhere between 60 and 100 people per month sign up in my business because I've learned the skills involved with selling some of the higher ticket stuff. So picking up these skills has easily been the most profitable thing. Definitely one of the most profitable insights that I've had in my career. And it's really exciting that Empower Network has put together a curriculum so that you guys can pick up some of these things. So we'll probably get a chance to kind of toss the ball around a little bit later, but I hope that was of value to you guys. Let me introduce you to Shannon real quick. Shannon is actually the first person, she and her husband John are the first people that I ever met who were making over $150,000 in a month. When I got started in that business, John and Shannon were two of the trainers, and they've got a unique story because, like me, Shannon was a biology school teacher and was very resistant to John getting involved in a high-ticket model. And when she saw at an event, when she saw the potential of what was happening, they were able to really create some amazing results. So I'll let her tell that. But Shannon, I'll just turn this over to you and let you tell that.
Oh, Tony, you're so awesome. You know what? I could listen to you all day long. And it's impossible for me to picture you in a Walden Books.
I did it.
Oh man, I can't even imagine that. Well, hey everybody, glad to be here with you guys tonight, and so excited to talk about this topic tonight because it literally changed my life. And today I was out snowboarding here. I live in Park City, and it was just an amazing day. I mean, we had fresh powder. No one was on the mountain because everybody's working, of course, on a Thursday. And I was out there with John. We had the mountain pretty much to ourselves. And I was just reflecting on this, and I came home, and Tony said, hey, you want to be on a call tonight? And I thought, man, that's so serendipitous because this is exactly what I was thinking about. I got started back in this industry in 2002, and at the time I was a high school biology teacher, and we found a company that did high-ticket sales at a very opportune time in our life, where John and I were newlyweds. We got married April 28th of 2002, and on our wedding day, which we were so excited about, we were so in love. John, a bunch of the people we invited to the wedding, John's boss and some of the other sales managers didn't show up. And we thought, okay, this is interesting, what's going on. And Monday morning, John went into his sales job. He was making 6 figures at the time, and his office was actually turned into 4 cubicles, and all of his stuff was in a cardboard box outside of the door. And that was the beginning of the downswing. We found ourselves very much in debt. And then one Friday, John came home and, literally was just pale as a ghost, laid down on the couch, and didn't move for the whole weekend, spiked a fever and everything. And that Monday morning, I took him to the hospital. And we were married a couple months. And as soon as he got to the hospital, he started convulsing. And the doctor came up to me a couple hours later and said that John was seriously ill with a stress-induced condition from his job, and if he didn't change his lifestyle, it was going to kill him. So, you know, when you're newlywed, you don't picture yourself becoming a widower, and it was devastating, you know, totally devastating. And then shortly after that, John walked out to his car and got a flyer that said, you know, if I can make $4,000 a week from home, you can too. I'll prove it. And at the bottom of that, it said, if you don't call, I hope you love what you're doing for a living, because you'll probably be doing it forever. And that was the wake-up call. So we called up. The first product was $1,500. We thought, holy cow, how on earth are we going to pay that? I mean, at that point, we were basically eating macaroni and cheese and ramen noodles, and we did some insane things, what some people would probably call irresponsible, but we risked it all. I said to John, you know, we were worried about losing our house and stuff, and I said to John, I said, you know what, man, I would rather live in a tent in the desert than ever have to have a doctor tell me that my husband's going to die because of his job. And we got started, and we made some big decisions. You know, the second level product was $8,000 at the time, and it was a conference, and we got ourselves there. It was completely insane how we got there. So when people don't go to you know, inexpensive events that are like $100, I just think that's insane, because we stretched everything to get to that event. And that event changed our life. We went there, and our third month in our business, we made $20,000 in a month, which, by the way, was John's goal. I met John in 1997, and his goal from the day I met him was to make $20,000 in a month. And he worked so hard for years to do that. And 3 months in that business, we made $20,000 in our third month. Our fourth month, we made $40,000. Our fifth month, we made $50,000. Our seventh month, we made $133,000 in a single month. And that's a life-changing income. And if you just fell off of your chair, you know, thinking that's insane, what's really kind of insane about it was, you know, I worked like a dog as a biology teacher, sometimes 60, 70 hours a week. If any of you know a teacher or you have kids and you see their teachers, teaching is tough. I mean, it is hard work. You could, you know, shovel rock and it would probably be easier than being a teacher. And I made $26,000 a year. It was pathetic. But the shift for me in getting into high-ticket sales that I thought about was, one, I was selling education, and to me, education is the most valuable thing that anybody can buy. And people pay a lot of money for it. I went to college. I put myself through college. I worked 3 jobs to do it and took out student loans. And my college, I went to a private all-girls Catholic college, was $36,000 a year. You know, so to buy a $1,500 product or an $8,000 conference that was going to teach me how to make more money than what I was making seemed to me pretty much a no-brainer. You know, if it was going to give us the education we needed to never have a doctor tell me my husband was going to die because of his, you know, his a-hole of a boss, then yeah, I was going to do that, and it did. You know, that education plus our determination and our consistency of effort made us a lot of money, millions of dollars. We've lived, just, Tony knows, just an outrageous lifestyle. I mean, we've been all over the world, and really what it boils down to, you know, John and I work together. His office is right next door. We eat lunch together every day, breakfast together as a family every day. My daughter's here. We live wherever we want. You know, Friday we're headed down to Disney for a week, or like 5 days before the Miami event. And we have friends all over the world, and it's created this incredible lifestyle. But the other thing, you know, I'll share with you, Tony, you brought up something that Aaron said about, you know, it's as easy to sell a low-ticket item as it is a high-ticket item. And I've sold both, and I 100% agree with that, because people have the same 2 objections every single time. No, you could be selling them something for $5 or something for $50,000, and the same 2 objections come up, and it's always 100% of the time and money. And if you understand that no matter what you're selling, those are the objections that are going to come up. When someone says they don't have the money, really what they're saying is they haven't seen the value to their life in what you've offered them. And when you learn how to have that conversation, you know, I've had people call me or ask me before, you know, well, people say they don't have the money, and I'll say, well, what do you say when they say that? And they'll say, well, you know, I understand that they don't have the money because of the economy or this or that, and you know, the real thing is, well, what about the economy? And they'll say, well, you know, it's tough times or whatever. And what I say is actually, the reality is that there's more money right now today than there was 11 years ago when I got started in this industry and made millions of dollars that entire time. There's more money today. And they're like, you know, no, there isn't. And I'm like, there absolutely is. They've printed a lot more money since 2002. There is a lot more money in circulation now than there was in 2002. So really what you have to get to is understanding what somebody's real want and desire and what it is that they want to accomplish, and then match your product up to deliver that. And I'm sure that's what we're going to be learning in the High Traffic Academy, because I'll tell you, once you master that language, you can sell anything. You can sell any high-end thing. And, you know, I've bought very, very expensive things, and I'll tell you, the only difference between the guy who sells the Bentley and the guy who sells the Dodge is their perspective and reality on your ability to pay for it, and your ability to want it enough to get the money to pay for it. And I'm so excited that we're doing this, because anybody who learns these skills, learns these abilities. I mean, heck, I was a biology teacher. I didn't know anything about sales or marketing or internet marketing. You know, I didn't know. I haphazardly fell into internet marketing back in 2003 when I accidentally placed a Google AdWords ad and didn't even have a website. And I put together some obscene, if you guys even saw it, you'd probably be like, what the heck was she doing? But I made a lot of money with that. You know, so a lot of it has to do with your belief and your perspective. And when you get your belief and your perspective in order, then, I mean, miracles happen. And you can make a lot of money very fast. I mean, I've had $40,000 days, $50,000 days, $150,000 months, and a lot of times it's happened while I'm out snowboarding, or while I'm on a beach, or while I'm on an airplane. And that right there is freedom. That right there is security when you have that ability. So very excited for this, guys. And I guess, who am I passing this over to now? Am I going to pass it over to Aaron or Chris? Who am I passing this over to?
Yeah, let's just go over that way here and just kind of get everybody's real quick background, and then we're going to come back and have some discussion and go over some cool concepts for everybody. So we'll go over to you, Chris, and I just loved hearing that story, and both of your stories, by the way. Shannon, it's the first time I've got a chance to hear it, and I know I just met you for the first time the other week when I was on the Hangout, but I appreciate you coming out. So, you know, Chris, I just think Chris is one of the most interesting marketers ever. If you need to kind of speed up your brain to even listen to him, but I know he again was one of the top producers, or the top producer or something, in another high-ticket company. So I don't want to steal your story. I just wanted to pass it over to you and hear about it. So over to you, Chris.
Sure, man. Hey, thanks for sharing. And man, that last story was just awesome. I mean, you were talking about don't fall out of your seat. I was about ready to fall out of my seat, because I had a similar story happen to me. And you know, it's just mind-blowing when you have that kind of paradigm shift. It's completely mind-blowing how you can go from one situation where you're just grinding and working hard and life seems tough and bills seem tough, to suddenly, I forgot what you said, cranking out like $130,000 in a single month. That's just, it's like, to even expand your mind to be able to believe something like that is hard enough, let alone experience it yourself firsthand. I mean, good luck trying to tell any of your friends that really happened. It's like you pull open your commission history and show some of your friends, and then they just, it's a whole nother world. And that whole entire world, it's like an alternate reality. It's like creating an alternate universe, because what we think we can do, sometimes we have so much more potential. What we think we could do, sometimes there's like a huge level up there that we're not even aware of. And just by whatever, you know, whatever happens in life, somehow opportunities get presented to us, and next thing you know, we just capitalize on this gift that we already have inside of us that we don't even know. And I believe that we all have that kind of a gift inside of us, and all we got to do is learn how to unleash that. So, I know we're just doing quick stories here in this introduction, but I'll tell you, for those of you that were on the Empower Hour call, not this last Monday, but the Monday before, I told a lot of my story, and I told how, I had gone through many ups and downs on a roller coaster of sales, and I was at one of my lowest points financially back in the year 2006. It was the summer of 2006. Okay, my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, we had a small little apartment. It was something like 800 square feet, barely affording rent. We were about ready to get evicted. We're on our last legs there. We were in a car accident, had lost our car. I had whiplash. We had already borrowed money from a few friends and family to try to pursue a different business opportunity, and that wasn't working out. It was the lending industry, trying to get into loans, and it just wasn't working out. So we were losing money there. We were doing stuff over here. It was crazy. I was at just a crazy part of my life, and things got so bad where we were literally eating top ramen. When friends would come over, we didn't have any food. We would literally tell them we were on a diet. That's how crazy things got, right? So, it's kind of like some weird, we were kind of going, oh yeah, we're vegans. That's why, we just drink this green drink all day. It's like, because we were trying to spend $1 a day. So we were at the verge of getting evicted, and I actually looked at my girlfriend and my wife now, and I looked at her and I said, you know what? I think it's about that time that we really just humble ourselves and go move back in with family. And imagine how hard that is for an entrepreneur. I had gone and created a 6-figure income. I had branched out. I had moved out. I was off in another city. I was building my career, building my life, and things got so bad that I was going to have to go back and get a job, and I was going to have to go back and live with family and pick up the pieces again. That's where I was at, summer 2006. Okay, at my lowest of lows, about 10 days away from getting evicted from my house, negative $200 in my bank account. My credit score was 485. I mean, I couldn't get anything. I couldn't even finance, I couldn't even turn on my phone. I'm saying? Paying my cell phone bill was the biggest problem of my life at that moment. And what happened was my friend called me up, my good friend George, and he said, Chris, you're not going to believe it. I was driving down the side of the road, and I seen a little sign that said, real estate investor seeks apprentice. And my friend George, he's like the kind of guy who has an open mind about everything. I mean, he'll call up every infomercial product and buy it. I mean, he'll buy it too. I think he bought like Carlton Sheets like 3 different times. He's like one of those guys that, you ever hear the stories about guys that have that business at home where they're licking envelopes and like sending them off and doing it? That was him. He was like this biz op guy. And so when you have a friend like that, they're always pitching you stuff, you're hesitant. But he says, look, here's the story. I call this guy. He's a local chiropractor. He's making a 6-figure income with 2 chiropractic offices, but on the side, he's investing in real estate, and he has an opportunity where we can sell for him. We could just sell for him. And he's like, dude, it's a lot of money. It's not like $50 here, $50 there. He's like, we can make $10,000 per sale. He's like, dude, I know you're down and out right now. I know you don't want to be hearing this right now, but let's at least go to this meeting. And I get this. I got whiplash. I can't even drive. We've only got my girlfriend's car because the other car's totaled. She drives me to the meeting, or I can't remember, my friend picked me up. I can't even sit down in a chair because if you ever had whiplash, you're constantly moving and stretching. I'm standing up, I'm in the back of the room, and this guy pitches what I didn't know at the time, but what was a top tier opportunity to get involved in real estate. It was top tier, meaning that he pitched this whole thing. Here's all the product, here's all the things that we're doing. We're teaching people how to invest in real estate, even in a down market. They're going through examples. He's bringing people up the front of the room. This guy, flipped a house, did this. This guy flipped a house and made that. They're showing checks. I'm getting excited. I'm like, all right, I don't know much about real estate, but let's jump into this. And then he says, now, before you just start jumping into real estate, you're going to want to learn this. So we have this educational platform. Okay. Then he gets to the price. The price was $20,000. 20 grand. Now imagine me, okay? I'm at a point where I got negative $200. Paying my cell phone bill is the hardest thing in my life. So you come hit me with $20,000, there's only one thing that comes in my mind. Just completely shut down. This is not right for me at this right time. I don't know if anybody can relate, but sometimes it feels like a great opportunity, but you're just not in the right place in your life financially. You don't have your right stuff together. So you know what I did? I kind of closed off for a minute. It just was too unrealistic. Let's just be honest. 20 grand when I'm trying to get $200 and I'm struggling to do that. So what did I do? Well, I made one decision right then and there, and I don't know I don't know what came over me, but I made this decision in the back of the room, and I had this inner voice in my head. Okay, this inner voice in my head, which we all have, was talking to me, telling me that I can't. And so I sat there and I thought, okay, if money was not a problem right now, could I sell this thing? Could I go out there and get excited about this? Yeah, I could. Could I potentially make tens of thousands of dollars? Yeah, I believe it. The only obstacle was money, and my belief wasn't there. So what I did was, and I want to share this with you, and I don't know if this will impact anybody, but what I did was this. Instead of saying I can't, I said, how can I? Instead of saying I can't, I said, how can I? And what happens when you say I can't, you just shut down. You don't even try. When you say how can I, your mind starts looking for opportunities. It's your mind, your subconscious mind, you're working a muscle inside your brain you don't even know about. It starts trying to find an opportunity for you. How can I? How can I? How can I? And it's like, what'll happen is the universe will bend to fit your needs. Now, that's a spiritual way to look at it. But what's really happening is your mind, your brain, which is more powerful than anything out there, is actually bending to meet your needs. It's actually, you're stretching your belief, you're stretching your vision, you're stretching what you even think is possible. Your old perception of, I'm broke, there's no way I could do this, can be changed in an instant with the snap of a fingers by learning to say, how can I? And then getting enough confidence where you could say, I can, I know I can, I know I could do this. So I walked out of that room, and I had the opportunity to sell $20,000 product and make $10,000 commissions. And it was a good product, and I loved it. All I had to do was come up with $20,000, and that was it. Okay? Now, there's a specific strategy that I used to come up with $20,000. A guy that was flat broke, that couldn't borrow money from friends. I didn't get it from a friend. I didn't get it from some weird, creative, weird thing. There was a specific strategy that I used to be able to come up with some money. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. Okay, so just put that in your mind right there. Fast forward, the next month, I came up with the money. Next month, started selling, right? Started making $10,000 commissions, and it was just a very similar story right there that was just told. 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. I went from flat broke, couldn't even keep on my cell phone bill, couldn't even afford rent, to 8 months later having a $150,000 month in that business. $150,000, more in a single month than I had made in any year in my entire life. In a single month. All because of a single decision. And because of the power of what top tier has. So when you really start to understand this concept of whatever you're marketing, whatever you're doing, you always want to have something back here. You always want to have something on the side that's some sort of a top tier product, because there's going to be people that want more. There's going to be people that want some more advanced training. There's going to be people that have money that want to step up their game, and they're looking for something, and you want to have it. It may not be for the masses. The masses might need to work their mind muscle and get a little bit better, but there's going to be people out there that are looking for something, and you want to be able to offer something. And when I realized that, suddenly I realized I can create commissions. I can create income on demand. Now I'm going to tell you something even crazier, and then I'll wrap here. That moment in that hotel room at that one time, I'm not even with that company anymore. It doesn't matter. Knowledge is power. When I had that one mental breakthrough that was possible, never in my life have I ever made less than 6 figures. Big 6 figures. I mean, many, many months that are just massive months. Never again. Why? Because you get equipped. Knowledge is power. You get equipped with knowledge. You get equipped with a mindset. You get equipped with skills in terms of, well, it's mostly all belief. And you hear all this and it's garbage, but really it's belief. The biggest thing standing between me and $150,000 a month was my limiting beliefs. And it takes a combination of mental strength, and it takes a combination of just going out there and just putting in work, and it takes a combination of tasting a little bit of money. Tasting my first $10,000 commissions gave me a big boost of belief. But it's possible for anybody and everybody out there. Now, I told you I'm going to tell you how I came up with that money, but I'm not going to tell you that right now. If we have time, David will come back. But if you're still on, if you're a hungry entrepreneur and you stay on this, then maybe someone on this hangout will remind me to come back and tell you how I raised that $20,000 with no credit, negative bank account, anything. But you got to stay on to listen. So I'll pass it back to Dave.
That's awesome, man. I just love hearing this. So he went from like kind of like my homeless story, but you went from that to a 6-figure month in 8 months by learning what we're going to teach people in this product. And so I just think that there by itself puts a value to me, learning these skills and the outcomes you can produce by learning how to sell products that have an exponentially greater value, but also greater price point, and you can earn more commissions. It shows me the value of that kind of information. And so last person I'm going to pass it over to here, before we kind of change gears a little bit and get into a little content, is Aaron Rashkin. You know, he shared his story on a kind of a preview hangout that we did on Sunday night, and I just want to bring him out because his story is just valuable to listen to. And Tracy Walker just came on as well. And Aaron, over to you, man. Over to you, Chris.
Yeah, how you doing, Dave?
Doing great.
Yeah, everybody's looking good tonight. Shannon and Tracy now make us look bad, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, dude, you're coming through perfect.
All right, I'm getting a little bit of feedback on my end. I mean, it's interesting. I love hearing these stories. You know, mine and Sophia's story is a little bit different because we actually came out of a big network marketing company. You know, I had a background in traditional multi-level marketing, and before that I was a personal trainer and attempted to run my own business. I started a private label sports supplement company. And, you know, I had no idea what was going to happen, but I thought that was the answer to all my problems when I realized that I couldn't take directions well by a boss. I was telling Sophia this a few weeks ago. I either got fired or quit every job that I attempted to have after I graduated from college. And I either lasted 1 or 2 days or I quit within a week because I just never felt that I was going to get paid what I was worth. And so I started my own small business back in 1995, private label supplement business, because that was my background, was in fitness and nutrition. And so I had to do everything from product creation to advertising and marketing. I was pounding the pavement every day, talking to juice bars and smoothie bars and chiropractors and healthcare professionals, you know, out there doing what I could to, you know, make money and not have to get a job. And, you know, I was able to make some sales. I had some, you know, good customers, but the profit margins there were so tiny that I was making, you know, $5 on a can of protein that, you know, really costs, you know, I was selling these cans for $49 to my customers, and I was really netting about $5. And so I wasn't making a lot of money, but I was making just enough to stay out of a job. And that's all I cared about because I just wanted to be free. I didn't really want to have a job. I didn't want to have a boss. I didn't want to drive anywhere or commute. I worked out of a little one-bedroom apartment at the beach down in San Diego, California. And, you know, I was selling these products. They were my own. I created the whole company and the brand. But at the end of the day, I was making $5 net profit on a case of, or on a can of protein. So I would sell, you know, as many of these things as I could. I would try to sell as many cases as I could at a time, so I could have, you know, $50 days. You know, that was a big day. You know, if I had a $50 day, I was feeling pretty good. I could go out and get a, you know, a burrito and a shrimp taco or something like that, and I was feeling pretty good. When I was introduced to network marketing, or should I say reintroduced to network marketing, because I had been in network marketing when I was in college, and I didn't know anything about building the business except for the most important thing, which was retailing the product. But when I was reintroduced to network marketing at the tail end of 1995, early 1996, one of my clients from the gym, her husband was a distributor for a new company, so I went into his office and he pulled out the whiteboard, and I had like this Vujade that I had seen this, you know, whiteboard presentation before, and I say Vujade instead of deja vu because it really did happen. I saw it when I was in college, and I saw the whiteboard and all the circles, and I saw Bob's name and Mary's name and Jim's name, and I saw these, you know, people in a triangle. And when I found out that I could make $10,000 a month without having a job or a boss, you know, I bought that story hook, line, and sinker. And so that was my initial introduction to network marketing back in 1991. But when I saw it again in 95, 96, I got really excited about that because now I learned that I could leverage the efforts of other people. And so my small ticket business, where I was, you know, selling these $49 cases of or cans of protein and you know, really netting about $5 after all was said and done, now I could have the leverage of other people, their time, their energy, their efforts, their resources, their capital, their networks, right? Because they say if you don't have money, right, you can sponsor somebody who does. Or if you don't have time, you can sponsor somebody who does. Or if you don't have a big network, you can sponsor somebody who does, right? They make up for a lack of what you maybe, you know, maybe lesser experienced in or have a lack of. They make up for that. So here I am now in network marketing, and, you know, I'm selling these products and services, and, you know, I was in a lot of different kinds of companies, And at the end of the day, again, I'm selling a $100 case of, now I'm in this jungle juice company, about 5 years ago is when we resigned from that company. But all those years I was selling all this product, and it was, again, $5 commissions. Even though I was leveraged with the efforts of other people, a lot of the commissions that we were making, we would spend an hour on the phone with somebody, and they would quit after 24 hours, and they would get a refund. And it was killing us. My wife and I, we were working long hours. We invested in an auto dialer so that we can cold call leads, and we were sitting there listening to dead air until somebody picked up the phone, and we would present our opportunity. And we were doing all the other things. We made our list of family and friends. We were talking to people at all the restaurants and the stores, and we became really shallow people, to be quite honest with you. I look back now and I realize how shallow I was, because every conversation was an attempt to pitch somebody on my business. And we were doing it for $5 a person, $5 per case of this juice that we were marketing. And so after doing that for 5 years and building a huge team, this is what I spoke about the other night, Dave, was we had a team of over 10,000 people. And at the end of the 5-year run, right, 60 months, that we slaved away for that business, our last check in that company right before we resigned was $4,100. It was just a little bit under $4,100. And I knew that there was something wrong with this model. And I knew that I was hanging around a bunch of people that were $5 commission specialists. And I wanted to raise my own financial thermostat, my own financial intelligence. We went to all these seminars and all these conferences and all these events and all this training, yet we were still hanging out with the crowd that was making $5 commissions and high-fiving each other at the events. We used to call it playing Amway. I don't know if that's a good thing to say or not, but we'd go to the events and we'd see everybody and we'd say, hey, how's it going? And they'd go, oh, great, great, great. Everybody's high-fiving each other. Meanwhile, nobody was making a dime. If anything, they were making $5. Maybe $25 if they were really good. So it got old after a while, and I realized that to become a 7-figure earner, we had to become a 7-figure earner, or should I say a learner, right? We had to. Let me say that again. To become a 7-figure earner, we had to become a 7-figure learner. So we started investing in our education. We started investing in going to events. We started investing in going to the seminars and going to the conferences, and paying for coaching and going into these private groups of people where we could sit down and learn about money. We could learn about finances. We could learn about the economy. We can learn about all the training and education. Now, because we wanted to increase our education, because we knew that our net worth, right? Our net worth was very, very low when we were in the MLM business, right? We were chasing our tail to make $5 commissions. And we wanted to be around people who had higher level of education. So we had no problem in investing in our education. And sometimes, you got to take a small step back to make a big step forward. So we were willing to invest in our education because we knew that once we had the knowledge, we could easily not only learn how to make a lot of money, but we could also learn how to sell. And that was what was important, because we owned the product. We were passionate about the product. We were believers in the product because we started implementing what we were learning, and it was easy to sell something because we truly believed in it. And so we got into this very, very first company. Our very first high-ticket company was back in the summer of 2008. I believe it was August of 2008 when we invested in our very first high-ticket education product. And we consumed it. We were the consumers. We tore into the information. We started watching the DVDs. We went to a live event. We spent 3 days with experts in areas of finance and the economy and money and the relationship that we had with money. And sure enough, that was about the same time when our MLM company had got wind that we were now marketing a high-ticket product, and they threatened to terminate us or suspend us. And so we decided the day after we got that call from the company's compliance department that we weren't supposed to be marketing anything else but their product. We decided to resign because we wanted to surround ourselves with people who didn't have lack mentality consciousness. These are people that had poverty consciousness. We knew that's how the network was, And now we were finding out that the company was the same exact way. They didn't want us to do anything but sell their $5 or $25 bottles of juice and $100 cases of juice. So we cut all ties with the people who were low-level thinkers, and we put ourselves in a new environment. And we were completely out of our realm. I mean, we were hanging out with people that were 7-figure, 8-figure earners. We jumped into the mix immediately. We did everything we could to, find out what we could do to serve people who had far more success than we did. And I even offered to apprentice with several of them. I said, hey, if there's anything I can do, you need me to make copies for you. You want me to sort your emails? If there's something that I can do to just hang around you and be a part of what you're doing, just let me know what it is, man. I just want to learn every ounce of knowledge I have, or that you have, and learn from you. And so we put ourselves in this environment to be successful and to really be around a whole new network of people. And because this was a high-ticket product line, and because we believed in it, and because we had invested in it ourselves, it flowed for us fairly easily. And we went from struggling at $4,100 a month in income. Within 6 months, we were able to generate over $60,000, or 6 months, should I say, we generated our first $60,000 month. Our income then went to $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, over $100,000 a month consistently. We leveled off at around between $80,000 and $90,000 a month in income for the next 15 or 18 months or so. And that was just selling that one high-ticket product line. And like Shannon, like Chris, like Tony, and a lot of the other leaders that have sold high-ticket, a lot of that money came in while we were traveling, while we were taking vacations, while we were enjoying our time, with the family. We had a baby boy, right, when we got started in this high-ticket product line, and we were doing a lot of family time. Sophia was still nursing. I was changing diapers every few hours. We were doing everything we could to spend as much time as possible as a family and enjoying that lifestyle of being able to do the things we really want to do with the people we want to do them with most. And so that mentality, being around that group of people completely changed our lives, and we've never looked back since. And, one thing I can tell you is that, being around Empower Network, this community, like Chris was talking about, and this pay plan has completely changed the way we live. 2013, it wasn't just a bad year for the records, but it was a bad year for the Rashkins. And I say bad year because, that's not even true. I shouldn't even say a bad year. It was actually one of our lower financial years, but it was our best growth year, right? It was a really freaky deaky year for us because right now we're wrapping up. We're in the middle of this huge lawsuit. We had an audit by the IRS, right, for hundreds of thousands of dollars that we were being audited for. We had lots of dynamics in our lives that were extremely challenging. And so while we were dealing with this stuff, only putting in an hour or two a day into our business over the last 13, 14, 15 months, right, since last fall of 2012, right, we still had our Empower Network business that was paying us hundreds of thousands of dollars this year, right? We generated hundreds of thousands of dollars this year because of the residual component that is built into this pay plan with our basic and our Inner Circle membership. And so, although we had, I shouldn't say it was a bad year, it was our best year. It wasn't as high financially as we are accustomed to, but it gave us the strength and it gave us the opportunity to grow inside this community, inside this network of people. And I just am so excited because, teaching people how to sell high ticket, teaching people how to really get paid the kind of commission that makes a big difference. I can tell you right now, it's a heck of a lot cooler to make 5 and 10 years worth of residual incomes on day one when somebody joins your team. And that's what I'm really excited about. So with that, Dave, I know I went a little bit long, but I want to pass it back over to you. I know Tracy just came on, and thanks for having me out tonight.
Hey, well, absolutely, and I'm just enjoying really hearing the stories because this is a lot of this is even new stories for me. This was a new concept for me a couple of years ago, and it radically transformed my life when I realized that, and I had to really think about it like that, Aaron. I had to think about it like, in a normal network marketing business, which is what I always did, was normal network marketing businesses. I wasn't in 100% commission deals. I was earning 20 and 30% affiliate commissions, and then I was earning like $5 a customer down 10 levels of people. And I had to think about it like, you know, if it's just as easy, if you could learn how to just as easily sell a $3,500 product as you can, you know, get somebody in a deal for $250 or $500 or whatever it is I was doing. You know, I had to think, if I had an organization, if I had an organization of like 2,000 people on AutoShip, it was essentially equivalent to selling a master's course. Selling a $3,500 product, selling, you know, having an organization of 5,000 people. It's like an equivalent income for normal network marketing. It's like an equivalent income for being able to just learn how to sell a product and get a $10,000 commission. To learn how to sell something that has more value. You know, it's like years and years and years of residual income, or it's thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you can make in like a phone call. When you know how to do these skills, when you learn what we're going to teach people in High Ticket Academy, it's like having the ability to turn on, you know, building this massive organization, but you don't have to. You can learn how to just sell things that have a higher value. Because that's what we're really going to teach people how to do. We're going to teach people how, in this product that tonight, everybody watching, you have the opportunity to buy. We're going to teach you how to earn dramatically more money from the things that you're selling by learning how to sell higher value, higher priced products. And all it does is, what I look at is, it compresses time frames. You know, when I got exposed to this industry, it was always the 2 to 4 year plan. You know, and the 2 to 4 year plan worked out to be like, you get 5 and they get 5 and they get 5, and hopefully in 4 years you've got 8 million people on level 8 and you're earning a little chunk off of all of them. And the 2 to 4 year plan actually usually turns into the never plan. Because it never happens, right? Chris and I have some funny experiences we could tell you about, riding around in buses with whiteboards and walking around the corner of people's houses to show the plan 3 years after being in the business and having a team size of 15 people, earning $5 a piece from each. We can tell you some stories, but having the ability to do this radically transforms your ability in any business at any time to turn it on. Like Chris Record was saying, he learned these skills and has never had less than a 6-figure year. So with that being said, Tracy, I just wanted to hear your story of how these concepts have changed you. And you know, Tracy actually just hit me up. We had some people on and got a message that says, "Hey, Tracy Walker wants to get on," and I was like, "Man, I didn't even think about it." Because you come from the same kind of background that I came from. I wanted to hear from these guys, and so just get on and tell people your thoughts about your switches in mindset between low ticket and high ticket stuff, and tell us your thoughts, Trace.
Sure. First, I would like to say that I have a completely different the way that I got into understanding high ticket stuff is completely different than most of these guys here. That's why I wanted to share it. I didn't learn about high ticket as a result of network marketing. I didn't even know about network marketing when I discovered high ticket. I was in the real estate business, and when I got started with real estate, I was taught initially to, buy a property for, little or no money down, be able to get a loan to rehab this property and resell it. And most of these properties that we had were like 3-bedroom, 1-bath houses, things like that. So, I mean, Chris has real estate too, and I don't know about everybody else, but I know for sure Chris. And so we would turn these properties making $5,000 or $10,000 just trying to sell like a little $80,000 house or $90,000 house, and before long we realized that the person with, and it's nothing against anybody if you have a $90,000 house, I'm just saying what we've discovered was that the people with a $90,000 house created more havoc in the transaction. $3 in profit difference would make them a big deal to be willing to cancel the whole transaction. the attorneys involved, everybody involved, just was not. It wasn't enough money for people to be thrilled and work diligently to make sure the deal would close. And so after a month or two of trying to work these smaller type of homes, get them closed, I could end up and walk away with nothing. Well, we had this bright idea one day, well, what if we just took the same concepts and the same principles and said, well, instead of working on, little rehab inner city properties, although I wanted to beautify the city and all of this, instead of working on the $80,000 house, what if we actually started targeting more luxury homeowners? So what if we started looking at properties that were at least $1.5 million, where they had 2 mortgages on them, and we could negotiate, with the lenders and wipe out a second mortgage and create $100,000 in equity? What if we could do that, still employ some of the same selling techniques that we had, but in this case bring home $100,000 or $150,000 as opposed to fighting for 5 or 10? And when we realized that it was no different to sell the $90,000 house than it was to sell the $1.5 million house, other than maybe I might dress up a little bit more or something like that, our techniques were relatively no different. I let go of working with the lower income, the lower price properties, just because there was no additional work, but I made less money. So when I came over into network marketing, I had no idea that these concepts were even available in this arena until meeting people like Aaron Rashkin and seeing them around. And I think when I first got started, in my very first high ticket program was the company that Aaron talked about earlier or was referencing. And I sold something and made my first $1,500 from one sale. And I said, wait a minute. This is way better. Like, I understand the network marketing model because it's more like a residual component, but I kind of do understand this high ticket stuff. It might not be residual, but it sure helps to have a gunshot of like $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 for one sale that you have. And I will honestly say that maybe someone's watching this hangout and they're saying, yeah, but I'm not really experienced in all of that stuff. I'm not either. Like, I am in no shape, form, or fashion as experienced as, Aaron may be or Tony may be. Or as Shannon or Chris or David even, because I'm still learning too. But I do have skills from a previous career where I can understand how it works and say, well, wait a minute. I can do some of these same things and be able to apply it to this business and really be able to make more high ticket sales or maybe less high ticket sales and make more money than if I just spun the whole wheel and tried to get 5 million people to buy my $5 product. So I just won't take too much time. I just want to share that I didn't learn this from network marketing. I learned it purely from real estate, and I know if anybody has that type of background, they can surely bring those skill sets over. You don't lose the things that you learn. Hopefully, as you progress in life, you're bringing your learning lessons with you through to the next thing, and you're not forgetting that you're actually pretty smart in something, and you could probably use those gifts where we are here. So I'm excited. I look forward to doing some great things with this because, I mean, how many people are in our community right now that could actually use, a gunshot of a $10,000 commission or anything higher than, $25. $25 is great, right? It helps people get in the door. It builds our residual. It's awesome, right? I mean, to be able to make $500 a day or $1,000 a day is great. But to be able to have the ability to make $1,000 a day in residual, but then have a $10,000 day because you can leverage someone who has a network and you don't yet, I think that's phenomenal. It's mind-blowing, and it opens up the doors for a lot more people to really hit the financial freedom that they speak of. So I just wanted to share that, David. I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Yeah, Tracy, and it's time to transition here. We wanted to get a good background story for the people on here because to me, the most useful thing ever is saying, okay, why do I really need this information and what's it really going to do for me? To me, what this information did personally was a little bit different because I was already making really great money when I finally discovered the power in selling high-ticket products. And what I'm listening to is I'm listening to a panel of people that when they learned the skills that we're going to teach you in High Ticket Academy, when you buy this product, which by the way is available if members. If you can click on the, we'll talk about details to this here as we continue on. But if you click on the Activate High Ticket Academy members and customers of Empower Network, you can click that button. You can buy High Ticket Academy right now. We're going to teach you the skills. We're going to teach you the concepts. We're going to teach you the strategies on how to leverage the skills we teach you to sell more valuable, higher level educational products to be able to earn much higher levels of commissions. And what I'd like to think back and I'd like to imagine for myself is imagine if, I mean, for me, I'm imagining if I had got started on the internet back in 2009 and somebody had loved me enough to put their arm around my shoulder and say, you know, David, it's just as easy to make a $3,000 commission as it is to make those $100 commissions that you're making. I just wanted to let you know that because I love you. My life would have been radically different way faster because I was doing the work anyways. I was putting the effort out anyways. And I was making great money anyways, but nobody told me and nobody really walked me through and showed me how to leverage my skills to really get paid what I'm worth. And it wasn't until I discovered these concepts to where I could really get paid what I'm worth in my own business because I really started thinking about myself at a higher level when I started selling things that had a higher value. So what we're going to do in High Ticket Academy, and this is really leading up to our event in Miami and some other special announcements that are going on in Miami that all of you want to participate in who are in Empower. For those of you who are in Empower Network, you want access to this information for a whole bunch of reasons. I'm going to get into some of those reasons in a minute, but here's what I'm going to say right now. Number one, because when you know how to sell products that have a higher value and therefore also cost more, you're going to make more commissions. If you have the ability to dramatically increase the amount of upsells that are happening in your team, whether you're in Empower Network or whether you're in another organization, if you have the ability to dramatically increase the amount of people that are buying the master's course or that are buying the retreats that you're selling in your other program or that are buying the houses you're selling or whatever it is, if you have the ability to dramatically increase the amount of people who are buying higher priced products, you are going to be able to earn more commissions way faster by applying these skills into your organization and into your business if you have those ability to do that. That is what High Ticket Academy is. That's what we're here to teach you to do. For 1 second, what I want to do is I want to talk about just the value from my perception of this information, and then we're going to talk a little bit with Chris and with Aaron Rashkin, who are predominantly we're getting together with these guys and organizing the curriculum for the product, and it's going to be led by Aaron Rashkin because he has sold more consistent high-ticket stuff than really any of us. What I want to talk about is the value of this. Now, I was exposed to an idea a long time ago, actually, when I was in network marketing, where I was listening to a training. I think it was called Power Training by a guy named Jeff Olson. Jeff Olson owns a network marketing company that I think is doing $100 or $200 million a year in sales. A really great trainer, and he was saying in here that if you want to get started in a traditional business, a franchise, the typical rule, the rule of thumb, as they say, with franchising is that if you want to earn a certain income in a franchise, the rule of thumb is that you've got to invest 5 times what you want to make to start that franchise. And so that's just kind of a general rule of thumb that if you want to start a franchise business and you want to make $100,000 a year, then that franchise is probably going to cost you right around $500,000 to start that franchise. If you want to make $1 million a year from a franchise kind of business, which is a proven, replicated business model, the rule of thumb is that you've got to invest $5 million, 5 times what you want to make. And for me to come out here and say these skills have earned me millions of dollars and therefore it's worth $12 million, you know, I could be ridiculous like that. From a franchise world, though, that would be true. But for me, I look at it like this: is I look at the cost of education to earn different levels of income in society. For example, my dad was a Superior Court judge. He graduated from law school. He went to Stanford and Cornell universities. He went to law school in Cornell, and then he went to regular school in Stanford, which is not a regular school. My dad is a brilliant man. My grandpa actually spent his whole life in education. He was a university president in University of Alaska Fairbanks during the largest expansion of that university in its history. And so I come from a really educated family that really spent a lot of money on their education. And here's what I can say is I can say, look at the value for the cost of that education. My dad went to school. He was a brilliant man. He worked hard his entire life. And over the course of his life, he earned, I believe, somewhere around $1.5 million in the course of his entire professional career over 40 years of practicing law for the state of Alaska, right? And you could say, well, he invested a six-figure income into his education, and then he earned, that much money. And I look at my education, and my education that was less expensive dramatically than Stanford and Cornell has produced a dramatically larger level of success by continuing to apply myself and continuing to fight for that success over a period of time and continuing to apply these strategies. And for me, I look at these concepts and what is it really worth to be able to learn the skills, to be able to learn how to really just pick up the phone and connect with one of your customers, and to be able to earn a $1,000 commission or a $3,000 commission or a $10,000 or to sell a $20,000 product or a $40,000 product like Aaron Rashkin and Chris Record has done. What is that really worth? To me personally, had I been exposed to these ideas earlier in my business, I would have paid legitimately. I would have paid $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 to learn these skills. To me, that's what these skills. That's what they're worth. That's what people are charging for them out there in the marketplace. There's actually a guy, and he's a friend with, I have a guy living in my house who's my article writer, and I'm also helping him in his business. His name's Jamie, and Jamie has a friend that teaches people how to sell high-ticket products. It's what he does for a living. He teaches people, they come to his house, and then he does roundtables with them, and then he teaches them what we're going to teach you in High Ticket Academy. He teaches them what we're going to teach you. And he charges people for that information to come to his house to learn how to do these skills, to learn how to sell high-ticket products in any business. He charges for that information $40,000 a pop to learn the information that we're going to teach you in High Ticket Academy. So what should we really charge for it? Really, we should charge a multiple five-figure price tag to learn this information, to be able to transform your life, to be able to go out there in the marketplace and really get paid like you're a professional from day one coming out of the training, to learn how to be able to market a product and be able to sell expensive stuff. I believe that we should charge a multiple five-figure price tag because that's what I believe it's worth, because had I learned this, it would have dramatically changed my life. That's what it's worth. And what I want to talk to you here for a second is, I want to talk to you because that's what this is really about. What this is really about is teaching you how is it that you can be involved in a business, and in addition to earning the residual commissions that you're earning, in addition to selling the affiliate programs that you're selling, in addition to selling your info products, or in addition to selling Empower Networks products, whatever it is that you're doing out there in the marketplace, how can you tag on to that? Imagine adding on to that the ability to get people to invest a five-figure investment into education and be happy with the product that they buy because you're delivering such a high level of value. What would that skill really be worth to you? But what I want to talk about here is I want to actually bring Chris Record out and have him direct this conversation, because we were talking about it on the phone, and he's just done a lot more of this than me. What I want to talk about between Aaron Rashkin, between Chris, between Shannon, and these people have really done a lot of high-ticket sales, is some of the things that we're going to teach you that are the core skills to helping people to sell high-ticket information. And I want to talk about the problems that come up when people are trying to come up with money and things like that, and some of the other things that are some breakthrough concepts, and really what people are going to learn as they go through this education with us over the course of the next couple of weeks. So Chris, would you mind directing that conversation? I actually want to reroute my camera over my whiteboard here to draw out some stuff for people in a minute. So, is that cool?
Yeah. Is there anything specific you want me to cover, or should I just go general about it?
Well, we were talking earlier today, and I know I'm a little bit surprising you with this, but you were talking about some of the things that you learned in order to be able to sell high-ticket products, some of the mindset transformations that you had. You were talking about the number one struggle that people have when they're trying to invest in education that's more pricey is actually coming up with the money. And just some of the problems that people have in learning how to do this, about some phone skills and things like this, and really what are the core skills that we can teach people to teach them how to sell more expensive stuff, because you're an expert in this, Aaron Rashkin's an expert in it, and I just wanted to kind of hear that from you rather than hearing it from me.
Yeah, no problem. I'll lead with that. Just tell me when to pass it over. So earlier today we were having a conversation just about wanting to help more people, and how do you help more people to make more money? How do you help more people to learn how to sell more? What are the top objections that people are facing out there? And bar none, the number one objection that I've ever come across in my career is always the money. It's always the money. I mean, there are other objections that exist, but the money is the number one objection. It's just in almost any business. And you know what's hilarious, and this is great for your mind right now. This is hilarious. and I've heard this already said a few times here from the other panelists. If you're, whatever product you're focused on selling, do you know that your number one objection is still going to be the money for people? For example, if I'm focused on selling a $25 product, if I'm focused on that and that's what I'm selling, do you know that my inbox is going to be full of people that want to join but can't because they don't have the money? I mean, first of all, how crazy is that? Just think about how crazy is that. You know, I've been an affiliate marketer and I've promoted even $7 products that are $7, and I've got several people that'll respond back and be like, yeah, I'm definitely going to pick that up. I'm going to pick that up. And I'm sitting there going, what has to go on in your mind that you want something and you're not getting it, and it's because it's $7, right? I mean, it's a click of a mouse. With internet technology, I mean, you just click a mouse, you can put on your credit card or pay with PayPal, and you buy it, and it takes 1 minute. So it's not time. You know, and a lot of times, if it's something $7, what even do you have to think about? So I sit there and watch that, and it blows my mind. Whatever you're focused on, money's going to be the objection. So a lot of people think the old mindset is the more expensive something is, the harder it is to sell. Okay. Well, if I'm trying to sell a $100 product, I'm still going to be met with people that want to buy it, but they don't have the money. It's just going to be a common standard across the board. So what happened when I was starting to sell top tier is that I needed to have a complete mindset shift. Okay, first things first, I changed my own mindset, which was working on me, but I needed to shift my mindset to be able to believe that people could come up with the money, to be able to believe that just as many people out there could afford a $20,000 product that I was selling than the other product I had sold before. Now, my last company before that, the barrier to join, the top, if you went all in, it was roughly $500. So if you bought all the products, like if you joined as a marketer, a distributor, and then you bought like the core products, it was like $500. Okay, so to me, that was the hardest sell in the world. Now in that company, I had about 12 frontline that I was able to get in like in a while, in like a 1 year time frame or something. I had 12 frontline because that's all the people I could get to actually buy into that was 12 people. So to me, when I thought $20,000, I didn't think I was going to get more than a handful of people, right? Just because that's so much money. I ended up in that company, I ended up having a frontline of something like 40 people. Okay, maybe 30, 35 something people. So for me, just that mindset of going from struggling to get 12 people an entire year to having like 40 people in a year, just that alone was worth it. And the price was $20,000 instead of $5,000 or instead of $500. So you look at that and go, how is that even possible? How can you charge like 40 times more for something? You know, how can you charge, 10 times more for something? How can you charge all this stuff? How can you even do that and have a bigger business? It's because you have to break through your mindset that because something costs more, that's going to be a barrier. That's never the barrier. Now, in my career, I met a guy that was worth $100 million, and I had the chance to sit down with him, and I was 21 years old, and I had the chance to sit down at his like, he owned like the whole condo floor in San Diego, the whole entire, all around 360 on the top of a high rise. Okay, he owned the whole floor, elevator going up. This guy was balling. Okay, he had the button. You press the button and all the blinds open up across. It's crazy. And I had the chance to sit down with him and ask him questions. Okay, back when I was 21. All my questions were about money back then, right? It's all I could think about. It's what I wanted. He was successful, and he stopped me. He said, "Chris, just stop." And here's the advice he gave me, and this advice I want to give you. He said, "Chris, money is just an idea." Because money's just an idea. As soon as you understand that money's just an idea, money will no longer control your life. You'll control money instead of money controlling you. He goes, for me, if I want to create, a six-figure residual income, that's easy. Just invest $1 million at 10%. I can do that all day long. Go do this, go do that. To him, it's just an idea. You just come up with an idea to do something, and you do it. Okay? So he taught me money's just an idea, and I hated it because it wasn't the how-to. It wasn't the nuts and bolts of what I wanted to hear. But I didn't realize that years later, that was going to be the dominating advice that was going to help me so that money was never a problem. Okay? Money was never a problem. Money's just an idea. So whenever you're short on money, you're never short on money. You're always short on idea. There's plenty of money out there. You're short on idea. Okay? So I took that advice. The second piece of advice that I got was when I got in the real estate industry, and I don't know who the originator of this advice is, but I think I recall it from Donald Trump. It could have been a big real estate guy. The advice was, Chris, it's harder to buy a $400,000 single family residence for yourself than it is to buy a $4 million apartment complex. He literally told me. I said, how is that even possible? He goes, do you understand? I could go out and buy a $4 million apartment building a lot easier than I could buy a $400,000 house. He goes, it's hard to buy a house, even a $200,000 house is difficult to buy because you got to have credit. The banks have to be willing to loan you the money. You got to have a stable job. If you're an entrepreneur, they almost won't give you the money at all. You got to have money down, or you have to have some sort of qualification to qualify for little money down. But even 20% on a $200,000 house is $40,000. Who has $40,000 just sitting around in the bank and the credit to go do it? And buying that kind of a house is hard. The bank is going to judge you. The bank's going to judge you. He said, now, but an apartment complex, it's too big for the bank to judge you individually. So the bank's not going to use that as the criteria. The bank's going to look at that as a business and say, what is the potential cash flow? What is the cap rate? How will that apartment complex do on its own? They treat it more like it's a business, and they lend based on certain percentages and certain rates of rents and what you can do with that property and what the value is. They loan off of that instead of off your personal credit. So he says, all I got to do is go out there and find the right cash flow producing apartment buildings, and banks will throw money at that all day long. But if I try to buy a personal house, it's a lengthy procedure that's very difficult. So he said, here's what he told me and what I took home from that. It's easier to go out there and get loans for things that are millions of dollars than it is to get loans for a couple $100,000. It's easier. Okay, another person, for those of you that are Robert Kiyosaki fans, I remember reading Rich Dad Poor Dad and Cash Flow Quadrant. He talks about that in his books too. Okay, so when you hear this and it seems odd, to you it seems like, gosh, just buying a home is a big enough deal. I can't even fathom buying an apartment building. It's because it's the level of thinking. We're trained. We're trained to settle for a mediocre life, and we're trained that from our friends and family, our income is the average of the 5 people we associate with the most. So listen, money's just an idea. And sometimes, in many cases, I found that it's easier to sell, it's easier to promote bigger things of bigger value than it is to promote smaller things. Okay? I'll give you another example. I had a T-shirt business, and in that T-shirt business, it was easier to sell a sweatshirt for $40 than it was to sell it for $30. If I priced the sweatshirt at $30, it was tough because when I counted in my marketing advice, when I counted my marketing dollars, it basically ate it all up. Any profit I made ate it all up. When I marked the sweatshirt up to $40, I made it more expensive. I would not only make more profit, but it's crazy as it sounds, more people would buy it for $40. I could take the exact same sweatshirt, sell it for $30, sell another one for $40, and more people buy the $40 sweatshirt. Can anybody even help me to understand why that's even possible? See, what happens is sometimes higher value is what people are looking for. I don't want to go drive a beat down, Toyota Corolla car. I want to, instead of a Toyota, I want to go get the Lexus. I know it's just $10,000 more for a little L than a T, but it's like it's more trustworthy. It's like I'll rather spend that. So, and that's how people think. So listen. Higher product items, it's all about money. And when you understand money is just an idea, you can come up with money. You can come up with ideas. You can come up with ways to do things. Okay? So that's what we want to do. In High Ticket Academy, we want to teach you, we want to empower you how to be able to sell high ticket items. And what it comes down to is it comes down to some methodology. This is actually a science. There's a science to selling top tier. There's a science behind why Toyota invented another car called Lexus and basically slapped an L on it, and then Lexus is out there crushing out sales. There's a methodology behind why you want to create a higher tier product. And what you need in your arsenal, if you're going to be a successful entrepreneur, look, it's the beginning of 2014. What is it? First week and a half of 2014. You've got to create a 6-figure income this year, okay? Some of you need to create a 7-figure income. In order to do that, you need to 10x your goals. You need to be at a 10 times higher level than everything right now, 10x everything. In order to 10x, you need to not only increase your efforts, increase your marketing, increase your business, increase your mindset, but you also need to have products that are an increased price, that have massive value, so you're serving amazing value to people, but you're also earning amazing commissions from that. And you need to be 10x'd on being able to sell it. You need to give yourself some power. Knowledge is power. You need to get to a point where you believe money's just an idea. You can help anybody, anywhere, anytime come up with money if they're motivated enough. And that's how I built my business. Out of those 35 to 37 people that I registered frontline in that top tier company, 13 of them went on to make 6-figure incomes. 13. I had like a 1 in 3 ratio. If I signed somebody up, there was like a 1 in 3 chance they were going to go create a 6-figure income because I helped them, because they finally were empowered with something that actually built big commissions. When they made their first $10,000, that was it. Game over. They got a taste of it. They knew what was possible, and they went out there and crushed it. I had 2 people underneath me that both made over $100,000 a month. It wasn't some Chris Record show. People were making money. Because when you get it, when it clicks in your mind, when you understand top tier, it's a complete game changer. You're going to be so empowered for the rest of your life to be able to never again let money control you. But you got to learn how to do it. You got to learn how to come up with the money yourself. You got to learn how to help other people come up with the money. You got to make sure that the product is something very valuable, and you got to go out there and surround yourself with people that are on the next level. That's why I'm out here on this hangout, because there's people out here that are making tons of money, tons of money. And look, Aaron, the last thing I'll say is this. Aaron touched on, he said, hey, I know 2013 was a bad year for record. Yeah, this was the hardest year, I think, of my life. The hardest year. Started off the year with my wife's father passing away suddenly from cancer, and it just was emotional, just shocker for her, which to me just kind of set me off, right? I'm working at a publicly traded company at the time. I'm working 80 to 100 hours a week. I'm trying to manage Empower on the side. That was stressful. But then add to that, my 2-year-old son got diagnosed with autism in the beginning of this year. And not only autism, but severe autism. So now I find myself, we have 30 to 40 hours a week of in-home therapy. We're bouncing from one thing to that. All both happen at the same time. And then what happens? I'm not able to put in 80 to 100 hours a week at my job. So I call them and tell them, hey, look, I got this family situation. I need to be spending more time. And unfortunately, the only resolution was to walk away from that. I spent 3 years with a company and had a 7-figure stock option deal that I walked away from. Walking away from money was hard. Walking away from 7 figures was hard. But I knew that there was this 1 or 2 years with my son that I got to get early intervention. I got to make it happen. Listen, life is hard. And what happened was I found myself losing out on a 6-figure income, losing out on 7 figures of stock, totally drained emotionally off the deaths in the family. There was 2 of them right in the beginning. Totally drained off of having an autistic child who won't even look me in the eyes anymore, won't even talk. He lost everything. It was just, look, I don't know if you've been through it, but it's tough, okay? And I've held myself together this year, but here's the point of the story. Empower Network, I still made a massive 6-figure income this year in Empower Network very, very passively. Very, very passively. While I'm having some of the worst time of my life, I keep getting these commission notifications from Dave and Dave. I keep getting checks in my e-wallet, right? I keep having months, $20,000 months, $15,000 months, $30,000 months. It just keeps stacking on month after month after month. While I'm going through my crap, at least I wasn't going through money problems. And how do you get to that position? Power. How do you get power? Knowledge. How do you get knowledge? Things like High Ticket Academy, where we're going to teach you the knowledge to empower you so that you can be able to create such a significant income that when crap hits the fan in your life, which it does for all of us, that you're going to be empowered like never before. All you need is the right training, and that's why we're putting this together. That's why I love the fact that Aaron and Dave put together High Ticket Academy to do this, and I'll help any way I can. We want you to make money, and the best way to make money is to follow what these people are doing because they're crushing it. People are making 6- and 7-figure income. If you're not, I'll tell you right now, if you're not making a 6- or 7-figure income right now, and you don't own the High Ticket Academy, what the hell are you doing? Why would you be throwing away opportunities like this? Okay, you got to take action. So Dave, there's probably a few specifics you want me to cover. You can come back to me. There's other people in the hangout, and I don't want to eat up all the time, but I'll stay on. And I'm here to serve and here to help anybody as much as I can.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay. What I wanted to do really quickly here, because we're coming up on just being here a lot of time. That's kind of a funny angle, but I'll leave it. Is I wanted to talk about real quick. So a couple of reasons why you should buy. I'm going to bring Aaron back on, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to cover a handful of things. Number one, I want to cover, costs. What are your investment to get involved with High Ticket Academy? And I want to talk about how to recover that investment as quick as possible. I want to talk about why you should buy if you're an affiliate, why you need to buy, especially if you're going to our event coming up out here in Miami and things like that. And so first thing I wanted to talk about, we've been talking a lot about value. We've been talking about the ability to earn dramatically more per customer by having a larger priced back end in your business and how valuable this skill set really is. I talked about how there's the guy living in my house. He's one of the one of his good friends charges people $40,000 to learn how to put together high-ticket seminars and to be able to really market yourself like an expert and really earn income like you're an expert in the subject. We've talked about all these things. And so what we originally thought about when we thought about teaching this information is we thought about, what is this information really going for in the marketplace from the people that are teaching it well? And the reality is that the only people out there that are teaching how to earn higher ticket commissions and how to earn a 5-figure commission. I mean, could you imagine having the ability to be able to construct an offer and to be able to position an offer to where you could do the same marketing you're doing now, and in addition to what you're doing now, you could earn a $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 or even like Aaron Rashkin did, $20,000 commissions. You had the ability to be able to put that together. And so the only really people that are teaching that are people who are selling high-ticket stuff, and they're pricing things at $10,000 and $20,000 for private seminars. So originally, when we come up with this idea, we said, hey, let's do this. Let's do a private seminar. Let's get people together, and let's price a private group, a $20,000 seminar to teach people in a private setting how to be able to leverage themselves to be able to earn dramatically more per customer, because that's what it's going for in the marketplace. In other words, that's what people are paying to get access to this information because of the ability that you have when you know this information to go out there and to create a larger business, a more successful business. And what it kind of came down to is this, is we realized some things. Number one, we realized that we want more people to be able to access it that can access it immediately if we price it at that. And we know we could teach people some skills, and you could learn how to go come up with money and borrow money and things like that to learn how to do it. But really, we want to give you access to this kind of information. We want you to be able to have the ability to go out there and to be able to earn as you learn. Right? We want you to be able to go out there and to make a difference in the marketplace, to make a difference for yourself, to make a difference for your family. And then we actually came back around and we said, well, what if we did it instead? We opened it up to a larger number of people. We still did a private seminar. We priced it at $10,000. We did something like $9,997. There's all kinds of marketers who are selling more for really inferior levels of information. See, a lot of the guys who are out there and they're selling high-ticket information, they're teaching you how to do things, they don't really do it. They hire phone rooms to close sales for them. They've got teams of people working for them. We've got, the reason I'm having Aaron Rashkin do put together the curriculum and we're kind of getting on calls and brainstorming that together is because he actually personally, along with everybody else here on this webinar, he personally connects with people. He personally creates five and multiple 5-figure sales in his organization. But then I thought of an idea, and this is what led us to this point that we're at now, is I said, what if we, instead of going out there and do what everybody else is doing, where we go out there and we charge this 5 figures to learn how to sell 5-figure stuff and to put together offers and things like this, what if we just teach people how to do it? What if we just do it to where they're literally stealing it? Like we're giving them the information at such a discount that they're literally like it's like we're not even selling it to them. It's like we're giving it to them at such a low price point that it's like almost like they're taking money out of our pocket and just putting it into theirs, and we're saying just take it. You're not even stealing because I'm giving you access to the wallet in my pocket. It's that low. And what we talked about, we popped on a call and we said, I think it would be an incredible offer, okay, if we gave people access, and we can't do obviously an event for that because if you do a private retreat or something, it costs more money, but what if we taught people how to leverage this information to sell high-ticket products, how to earn more money from customers, how to do that? What if we did that and we did a virtual seminar system where we did that and we charged just $997, right? And we came up with that, and everybody loved that idea because it's something that's a good price point. It's something you can come up with the money to afford, right? Anybody on this webinar, especially after hearing these concepts tonight, you could, within the next 24 hours, you could come up with $1,000. It's not a ridiculous offer. It's not a ridiculous price point. You can come up with $1,000 if you want to come up with $1,000. So this is what we decided to price High Ticket Academy at, all right, is $1,000. But then I came back around because I'm like this guy that always is like, I'm always there, and I want to make sure that people are creating unbelievable results. To me, this is like, it's not even a discount. This is stealing this information, because I feel like, this is how I honestly feel. I feel like I'm scheming Aaron Rashkin a bit. You know what I'm saying? For pricing a product for $1,000 that he's used this information to create millions of dollars in sales. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm reaching in his pocket and just kind of like taking out a few thousand. You know what I mean? For that price point, it's just smoke. But I came back around and I said this: what if we temporarily, just for a short period of time, because we know all of you guys are going to the event. We got some amazing announcements at the event. You know, in Power Network, even, you know, for the members here, we've got a lot of members who are also affiliates. And, you know, you already can earn, you can go out there and you can earn a $1,000 commission by selling a 15K formula in Power Network. You can earn a $3,000 commission by selling a $3,500 product. You know, and we want people to have the ability to obviously earn even more money. So I said, what if just for the next couple of weeks, we gave people a discount? And we could allow people to just learn how to do it, right? And so this is what we're going to do if you buy right now, and this is a private members discount. You have to be a member of Empower Network to get access to this price. And if you're not in Empower Network, you're going to have to join, and you're going to have to then log in and buy it, because this price is not available to the general public. This is only available right now to Empower Network members. We're right now, and we are increasing this price, by the way. It is not staying at this. You can get access to High Ticket Academy right now by logging in for $197. You can get access to the information of how to sell high-ticket products right now. We're going to show you how to do it. We're going to show you how to position yourself. We're going to show you how to come up with the money. We're going to show you how to help your team come up with the money. We are going to show you how to do it for a ridiculous price, because this doesn't even make any sense as a business to sell it for this. We could just as easily do the sales that we're going to do, the numbers that we're going to do, if we charged $1,000, but I wanted to do something special for you. And so what I decided to do is just wipe that out for now. We're going to give you a limited time discount, and the price of this is increasing, and I don't have the specific dates in front of me. All I know is that the price is going to double in 5 or 6 days, and then we're going to double the price again. So we're going to give you a temporary discount right now, and here's what you want to do. We're going to start this training live next week. You want to get access to this information to prepare for what's coming, to prepare for some announcements that we're making, to learn, to get yourself psychologically ready to be able to act like a real business owner. You want to get this. You know, we talked about being able to earn a higher level of commissions and positioning yourself in the business world to be able to go out there and to earn commissions like you're paid like a real professional. We want to teach you how to do that. We want to teach you step by step the skills how to do that. We want to teach you the attitude to have, the psychology that you need to have, how to overcome the major objections in the process, and we want to teach you how to do this, and you can get access to it right now. And here's what you got to do. Number one, if you're not in Empower Network, you have to join. I'm sorry, we are not selling this information to the outside public, to the world out there who are not members of Empower Network, because we want to make sure that this is going to people that are honest, that are ethical, that are part of our community, and they're really sharing in our vision. And so if you're not in Empower Network, you can click the green button on the right, and you can join Empower Network, and you could become a member of our community right now, and you need to do that if you want to learn this information, get access to this discount now. If you're a member of Empower Network, you need to be logged in. There's a button on the left, all right? And if you click that button on the left, it says High Ticket Academy. You click that button on the left, it should open a new window, and you're going to need to log in, and then you need to buy this now to get access to this price right now before we increase the price. So here's what I'm going to tell you all to do. Go ahead and click the button that's appropriate for you. If you're a member of Empower Network, go ahead and click the button on the left, log in, purchase this right now, because you want to get access to the first training modules, you want to get access to the information, you want to get access to the how-to, the psychology, the overcoming objections, how to position yourself as an expert to really get paid like an expert, and you want to do this right now by clicking the button on the left, opening that up in a new window, and then go ahead and order that now as we continue this, because I'm still going to cover some things. I'm going to have Aaron cover some things. I'm still going to cover how to make your money back quickly in the next 7 days. I'm going to show you how to do that specifically for affiliates of Empower Network. And if you're not an affiliate of Empower Network, it's fine. You don't have to do that, but you're also welcome to join. So I'm going to show you how to earn your money back over the course of the next 7 days. I'm going to show you why you should be buying this. I'm also going to be showing you why your team should be buying this, and how to use this product to not just create leverage financially from learning the information and selling high-ticket stuff, but I'm also going to show you how to leverage this product and leverage this short window between now and the event in Miami Miami to prepare for some announcements that are in Miami, but also to increase the upsells in your team and increase the pass-up commissions that you're getting. I'm also going to show you how to leverage this product to create some buzz and create some excitement in your organization and your team. And so that's what I'm going to come back in just a minute and show you how to do. But right now, what I want you to do is go ahead and click the button. There's a button on the left that says Get the Members Discount or High Ticket Academy. Get it right now. Go ahead and click that button on the left. You are literally stealing this from us for $197. You know, if I saw somebody do something like this where they offered a product like this for $197, I'll tell you exactly what I'd do is I'd buy it for $197 and then I'd send them a tip of an extra $500 just for being so thankful for teaching this information. Actually, what I feel like doing is PayPal and Aaron $500 right now just for being so generous and sharing this information with us at such a ridiculously low price. So go ahead and hit the button on the left now, buy High Ticket Academy right now. And what I want to do for a minute is I want to turn it over to Aaron to get his thoughts on some of the things that you're going to learn, some of the things that are going to be breakthrough concepts for you, some of the things that are really going to add some value for you, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to leverage this window that we got to go out there and create more commissions in your business, to be able to grow your Empower Network business faster, to be able to leverage this information to increase upsells in your team, and why not only do you want to buy, but you want everybody in your team to buy because it's going to be the best thing they could possibly do to get 2014 started off on the right note. So go ahead and be locking in your position and buying that product right now by clicking on the button on the left, getting your position locked in for $197. I'm going to turn it over to Aaron Rashkin for a good, however long he wants to talk, and I'm going to come back around. I'm going to close it off and show you the game plan on how you can get your money back quick. So what I want to do, I always want to make sure that I'm showing people, hey, if you're willing to invest in your future and your education, I want to show you how to recoup that as fast as humanly possible. All right, and obviously that doesn't guarantee that you're going to make money by doing this, but that's up to you. You can see our average earnings disclosure at the very bottom of this page. What it is I'm going to lay out the formula, the game plan, what's coming next, how to leverage this. And I just think about it like this. When we increase this price, right, we're going to increase it in 7 days. We're going to increase the price, and the price is at least going to double, okay? The first price increase, and we'll let you know by email what's going to double. You can then go out there, and right now you can earn as an affiliate of Empower. If you're a Power Network affiliate, you can buy the product, and then you can actually go out there and start making sales of the product, teaching other people how to earn exponentially greater commissions in their business. And we're paying out all the revenue from this in our comp plan, minus merchant fees and stuff like that, like we do with our regular comp plan. So you can actually go out there and you can just turn around a sale and you can earn $197 commission. So Aaron, over to you for a minute, bud. I'm going to mute myself out and just kind of listen to you. Just give us your thoughts on what people are going to learn, what the breakthrough, why they should buy really right now, and then I'll come back over and I'll close it off with showing them the game plan. Cool? Yeah,
absolutely, Dave. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine, man.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, everything that everybody said, I mean, everybody added such great value here. I mean, what sticks with me most is what Chris said a few minutes ago, is that you got to have products that are way overvalued and underpriced. In other words, what you're paying for is a lot less than what it really costs, and the real value that you're getting is going to dwarf the price tag that's attached to it. And so that's really, really important to have a product that people, you know, see the tremendous value in it. And I think, I don't know if it was Shannon said something about people don't, if people come up with a price objection, it's typically because they don't see the value in the product yet. And so you got to have a product, and I love when people say that, you know, this product sells itself. That's probably one of the biggest, you know, myths in the marketing world, is that the product sells itself. Because, see, what people have to understand is that it's not even really about the product, because your product, right, even if it's a $10,000 product or it's a $25,000 product, I've sold as much as $40,000. Now, people that sell real estate, people that sell nice cars, you know, like exotic cars, people that sell property, you know, anybody that's in a high-ticket market, you know, they're going to tell you that it's really about finding the right people who are looking for you just as much as you're looking for them. So there's a really, really nice fit for the mindset of the people that you're going to be able to sell to. And so we're going to be teaching that in the high ticket academy. But what people have to understand is that as good as the product can be, the product is still not really the product. The real product here is people. And when you learn more about people than you learn about the product, then you've just learned more about the real product that you're marketing, which is change. And everybody looks for change different ways, right? Some people want to learn how to change their mindset. Some people want to learn how to change their skill set. Some people want to learn how to change both. Some people want to learn how to have a better relationship with money. right? I told the story the other night. When I wrote my last check to get out of $60,000 in debt, I wrote that check for the exact same amount of money that I had left in my bank account, because I know that in order to receive, you have to have an open hand. And until I let go of that last, few $1,000s that I had to my name to pay off the credit card so I can release myself from the bondage, right, the financial bondage and that straitjacket that I wore for 10 years, accumulating debt, $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, $30,000, $50,000, over $60,000. I actually wound up $73,000 in debt because one of my credit cards followed me when I moved out of state, and I forgot I had it. When you're like, hide a credit card because you don't even want to know it exists because it's maxed out and you can't use it, and you owe all this money, and it was a huge burden on my heart, and it was heavy on my mind all the time. And so when I got out of debt, when I got out of that $60,000, I found I was in another $13,000. And when I wrote that first check and I released those funds, it opened me up to receive a tremendous amount of wealth. And it had nothing to do with money. It had to do with the mindset. It had to do with the way I thought about money, the way how I had this relationship with money and the relationship that I didn't have with money. So it really made a lot of sense to me. Actually, it didn't make a lot of sense. It made a lot of dollars, because once I realized that the high ticket combined with the high mindset, that was going to make the biggest breakthrough for me. And that's exactly what we're going to teach. I actually have never taught this stuff before, Dave. This is the very first time that I am going to open up, my playbook on how. I remember this very clearly. When we got into the very first high ticket program, the company that we started marketing with, Sophia, like I said, we still had our baby boy. He was only a few months old. And, we were all kind of gathered. Our house was a wreck because we were so focused on learning how to market and how to sell and how to change the way we thought about money and finances and the economy and how we fit into this big puzzle. And I remember sitting at my dining room table next to a baby cat, like a baby, like a whole setup for the baby, right? And I remember being on a phone call on Skype with a lady in New Zealand, and she had just looked at, getting started with us, and she was looking at buying our high-ticket product. And I remember that was my very first conversation. And the thing that changed for me in that conversation, what broke it wide open for me, was that until I learned how to ask for the sale for a $20,000, this was for a $20,000 product, until I learned how to ask for the sale, I never really believed that I could make that income. And when I said to her, when are you getting started, right? When are you going to make this payment? I broke out in like sweats, and I started, really like I got goosebumps, and my whole world shifted the very first time I asked somebody for the money. And it wasn't just a $100 product or a couple $100 product in that juice product that I sold or the protein supplement. This was a $20,000 product that, it was a tremendous value, but it was my very first time. So, I was really, venturing into new territory and going into new waters. But they say that in order to explore new oceans, you got to be willing to lose sight of the shore. And I developed this technique. And there's only probably a couple or a few people, Sophia, my wife, my assistant Danielle, and then my old assistant Dave, who is a very, very close friend of mine as well. They're the only people that I've ever had listen in on a conversation where I would sell a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 ticket product. And that's what we're going to be teaching. That's what I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on how to ask for the sale, but how to condition the conversation so that when you get to the sale question, when you get to that place where you're going to ask somebody to make an investment like that in themselves, in their future, in their bank account, in their family, in their legacy, that you've already cleared as much of the brush away from the target so that by the time you start shooting, you have a clear path to the outcome. So we're going to show people how to reduce the tension and increase the cooperation so that by the time it comes down to the sale, remember what I said the other night, when the marketing is done right, when the marketing is done right, the selling part's a piece of cake because very little is actually required. So I think, Dave, that's what I want to share tonight as we wrap up is I am just so excited, not just to present this to the High Ticket Academy members, but I want to be able to mastermind with Chris, with you, with Shannon, with Tony, with Tracy, right? There's some other people. I'm sure Vic will be on some of these calls, and some of the other leaders that know what it's like to have a bigger vision and a bigger dream than their problems. And that's what high ticket is all about, Dave.
Yeah. Hold on just 1 second. Let me delete some stuff here. I lost my eraser, so I'm using a roll of toilet paper, and I'm just going to draw some stuff out. So that's what you're going to learn, guys, when you get access to this right now. Here, let me open up this screen in a window so I can just get feedback from everybody, and I can see people interacting. So here's what I want to know. I want to know in the comments who has already activated High Ticket Academy. Who here has already bought this product and you're excited about what you're learning? If you've already bought it and you're excited about it, just tell me that you're excited and you've bought it. You've sold one already. Hey, Timothy's not just bought one, he's sold one already. He's getting an email immediately. So who's bought the product? And if you're excited about it, go ahead and tell me. He's already sold 38. Tony Rush has already bought it, and he's sold 38 of them already. I don't even know how much commissions that pays you, Tony, but that's actually pretty exciting. Hopefully your commission notifications will start working here again any day soon, so you can start getting those annoying but delicious emails again. Who else here is excited about this information, and you've already taken action, you've already bought it? Just type yes in the comments, right? To 38, 11. Oh, man, Justin Berengia, he's doing it. You got it. Ned got it after doing it. Done. Julie, Kelly, Vanessa, Jeremy. Welcome aboard, guys. Jay, Brian, Betty, Ravi. Who else has bought the product? I know that there's almost 700 of you already that have bought on this thing. So just let me know in the comments if you bought the product. Bought one, sold two, Eli. Eli's already made a couple of sales. Silvio bought it 3 hours ago. Melanie activated. Mike Diesel activated, right? Buying the product. I think the comments are actually lagging a little bit behind. So let me know. Yeah, you have it. You've got it. Sheena's got it. Barbara's got it. Brian's got it. Fern's got it. Nuwanda's got it. Lucas has got it, right? Nifa's got it. John Pointer's got it. All right, so guys, welcome aboard to High Ticket Academy. And here's what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend some time talking to the affiliates of Empower Network. Now, if you're not an affiliate, you have a choice. You could either just buy the product and you can learn how to do it in somewhere else and sell something else, and that's fine. And we're going to teach you how to sell high-ticket stuff and how to get those results, all right? That's perfectly okay. You're also welcome to listen in. You're also welcome to join and to become an affiliate. Now, I'm going to paint out for you what to do here really quick, and I'm going to paint out for you how to earn some money in this next short window to get you ready for kind of what's coming and some announcements that we're going to make coming out in Miami. But I also want to show you how to leverage this promotional window. Again, I'm just going to do an income disclosure. Look at the income disclosure link at the bottom of the site. None of what I say guarantees you're going to make money. I'm just going to kind of show you what to do. I'm going to show you how the commissions for this pay out. And I want to show you how to make money in selling this product and how to leverage this and really get results. First of all, though, let me talk to you about why you should be buying this if you're an affiliate of Empower Network, and also why you want your team to buy it. Here's why. Is because Empower Network has leverage when your team succeeds. It has leverage, all right? We have a compensation plan, and all of you guys, hopefully you understand the compensation plan. If you don't, one of these times I'll take the time to explain it. I just recorded a new member Fast Start training webinar where I actually explain the comp plan that'll go up. But we have leverage where when you bring somebody into Empower Network and a product is tied to you, that person is going to pass up sales 2, 4, 6, and then every 5th sale on every product that we've got in our compensation plan that's one of our core products, right? We do have some non-core products that don't pay like that, and on our core products, on most of our core products, we pay out 100% of the product revenue somewhere in our compensation plan based off of this. And so here's why, is because we're going to teach you in this product how to sell high-ticket products. Now, it's not going to be exclusive to Empower Network because we're going to teach you how to do it in another business. Some of you guys probably are going to go start another company and sell high-ticket products, or have people, come to seminars in your house or whatever. I know Aaron Rashkin's done things like that. But we're going to show you how to do it. Well, what's the best way to start earning leveraged commissions from your team and your organization? I'll tell you what it is. It's training your whole organization how to make high-ticket sales. If you can get your whole team in Empower Network succeeding more by being able to sell the $1,000 product that we've got, which is the 15K formula, if you could teach your team how to sell higher-ticket products by selling more of the master's course in Empower Network, and your team starts connecting with people and they start applying the things Aaron Rashkin is going to teach them, and then they go out there and by succeeding, they go out there and they start selling the $3,500 product and earning higher-ticket, higher-level commissions. When your team starts selling more, they're going to start passing up $1,000 commissions to you. They're going to start passing up $3,000 commissions to you, because if they're succeeding more, there's going to be more to pass up. So I want to make sure of a couple things. Number one, that you get this, because I want you to be able to leverage this product. The real reason why we're offering it at a discount to members is we're really doing it as a special deal for those members of ours that are affiliates. And it just so happens if you're a customer of Empower Network, you get to access the special deal too temporarily before we increase the price. The reality is of why we're doing it is we want you guys to be able to leverage this information to increase your upsells. Because if you can sell more of the $1,000 product and more of the $3,000 product leading into the event that we're having in Miami coming up here, that means that you're going to be able to succeed more in your business. It means you're going to have the strategies and the skills to turn every customer that you bring in into exponentially greater success for you. And it also means that now you can train your team. Because I learned something a long time ago in organization building. I learned that information kind of passes like this. If you're here, okay, and let's say you're a brilliant genius and you know how to do everything there is to do to succeed at a high level. Let's say you know everything there is to know at how to sell high-ticket stuff, and you know it all. You're like Aaron Rashkin. You can get on the phone and you can close a $40,000 sale. You can get on the phone, you can close a $20,000 sale without tons of phone calls with incredible posture, and you can learn how to do it. By the way, if you've bought the product, just say that you've bought the product. Congratulations on activating the product for only $197. By the way, if you've earned a commission from selling this product, go ahead and just tell me in the comments if you've already earned a commission by selling one of these products. But here's the deal. Let's say you know 100% of the information on how to sell high-ticket stuff. Well, if you go out there and you train your team and your organization, even if you successfully explain 100% of the information, there's no way your team is going to even remember 50% of your explanation, and they're going to be walking around trying to sell high-ticket products with half of the information that you know. So what's going to happen is you're going to go out there and you're going to teach them everything you know. It's going to take you a huge amount of time to do it, right, number one, and number two, they're not going to remember everything. But then here's the problem. As you're building an organization and as people are passing up sales, and then they're building an organization as people are passing up sales, your team's going to do what you just did. They're going to go out there and they're going to try to explain how to sell high-ticket stuff to their organizations, but they're going around kind of as a cripple because they only know half of what's required. So they're going to go out there and try to teach it to their team, and then their team's only going to remember 25% of the information because they have half of what they had, and they have half of what you have, and they're going to be trying to sell high-ticket stuff, and guess what? They're not going to be doing it successfully because they're not going to have the entire formula. And then they're going to go out there, and these poor people down here, a few referrals and a few generations away, which are going to be responsible for a lot of your pass-up sales if you're an affiliate, they're going to be crippled trying to build a business on 12.5% if these guys do all an incredible job at sharing the strategies. Well, here's a different way to do it. If you're building a team and an organization, number one, this way takes way less time because you don't have to do anything but promote the product. Number one, this takes less energy to maintain it because you could not only do this for your team, but you can also help your team succeed. What's the best way to train your team how to increase upsells in your team? Well, I'll tell you how to do it is teach your team how to sell new stuff through a product that you don't have to create. So you can get, instead of doing anything, instead of taking the time, energy, and money to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours with everybody you bring in your organization, you can just get your organization right now to buy this product for only $197 over the next week before we increase the price, all right? You want to get them to buy it before we increase the price fast, okay? Because we're going to double the price and then double it again. And you want to get them to buy this product before we increase the price, because if they buy the product, they could be going through the training with you, and now the people that you bring in are going to have 100% of the information. The people they bring in are going to have 100% of the information. The people they bring in are going to have 100% of the information. That's how to get your team to sell a lot more high-ticket stuff. That's why you want your team to buy this product. And so here's what I want you to do. If you're in Empower Network, over the next 7 days, promote this to your organizations like crazy. Make sure everybody in your whole entire team who's active, who's serious about their future, make sure that over the next 7 days, before we start, which is going to be, I believe, next Tuesday, make sure that over the next few days that your team gets access to this product at the discounted price before it increases for a variety of reasons. Number one, because then they're going to have the information they need to increase their upsells. Number two is they're going to be able to also to go out there and to get their teams on it and do the same thing that you're doing and increase the success and the duplication throughout your organization, because we wanted to, in addition to teaching you a life valuable skill where you can go out there in the marketplace and you could sell high ticket stuff anywhere you want to for the rest of your life if you learn these strategies, because the strategies, these are evergreen strategies on how to sell more stuff. In addition to doing that, we wanted to give you the ability to also increase your sales of the products we're selling now leading up to Miami, to give you guys all a big boost in your income. So it's just something that's extra pay. So here's the way the comp plan works on this product, and this is the reason why you need to, number one, you need to buy it, right? And number two, I want you to get all of your teams to buy it. Every new member that you bring into Empower Network over the next little bit, get them to buy it, because when the price increases, it's never going to go back down to $197. You guys saw us do this with the 15K formula. When we originally launched the 15K formula, we sold it at a significant discount from where it is today. And then what happened is we increased the price, and now that product has been $1,000 for more than 2 years. And that product at a $1,000 price point, more than 15,000 people have bought that product, and people think it's worth it. They love the information, they love the strategies, they're applying in their business, and they're getting results. All right, we've had 15,000 people buy that product for $1,000. All right, so when we increase the price is increasing. You're not going to be able to get this again for $197. So click the button, Activate High Ticket Academy right now, log in, and make sure that you buy High Ticket Academy right now. Go ahead and click the button, High Ticket Academy, get that product for that, and let me just explain to you how this works. So this is basically how the comp plan works if you're an affiliate and you're going out there and you're selling High Ticket Academy. It's like the rest of our comp plan where you're going to pass up sales 2, 4, 6, and then every 5th sale. All right? 2, 4, 6, and every 5th sale. And basically what that means is if you buy High Ticket Academy right now, and I would encourage you to go ahead and click the link that says Activate High Ticket Academy right now, and after you buy the product, come back in the comments and say, I've just activated the product, I've just bought the product, and everybody's here is going to welcome you to a life-changing, valuable information that you're getting at a significant discount. So what's going to happen is you're going to pay $197. It's a one-time fee to get access to a training series that's going to teach you how to sell high-ticket products. And again, what are high-ticket products? High-ticket products are products that have a significantly higher investment that also have a significantly higher commission. You're going to pay $197, and then here's what's going to happen. On sale number 1 that you bring in, let's say you bring in Bob here, sale number 1, when Bob buys High Ticket Academy, okay, you're going to earn a $197 commission. Now, I want you guys to be clear about that. When we say that, hold on, I got to make sure I can see the comments here on my screen. My computer keeps timing out, and then I have to log in. Hold on a second. Password. All right. So when you do this, right, there's going to be some merchant fees and things like that taken out of the commission. So what we do is we take the product, we subtract the merchant fees, which if you process credit cards, there's fees to process the credit cards, and then we pay out the remaining product commission. So it's going to turn out to be a little bit less than $197. So I don't want to be surprised. But we're going to pay out $197 in commissions on this product. And so basically, here's the way to make your money back in this product. Number 1, get the product right now, because you're going to get access to this product at a discount. So first thing to do is to make sure that you lock your place into that product before we increase the price, because we might just increase the price once we've hit a certain threshold and people can't really fit on the webinars anymore. We might have to increase it because of the demand. And so number 1, get the access to the product for $197. And number 2, here's all you have to do. You have a 7-day period of time. And here's what I learned a long time ago in marketing. Whenever there's a window of promotion, whenever the price is reduced on something and people can get access to something at a lower price, whenever you can do that, the ability that you have to go out there and sell that product is exponentially increased. So in other words, right now in your business, if you get involved right now, it's going to be easier to sell this product faster because people can get access to the discount, and because the discount is going away, then it's going to be in the future. You're going to have the ability to go out there and create lots of sales. Tony Rush popped in here. I don't know how many he's made, but if Tony's on here, Tony, if you want to just write for people how many sales you've already made of the High Ticket Academy product down there, that'll give a reflection. Tony's not going to make 60 or 70 sales every single day for High Ticket Academy. But because it's a promotional window, because you guys are accessing a discount and the price is increasing, he has the ability to sell more of it, and he has the ability to sell it faster. Does that make sense to you? All right, so number one, buy it. Number two, what you want to do is bring in one customer and just sell them this product. And if you sell one customer this product, you've essentially made your money back. Now here's the way the comp plan works in the product. Number two, if you bring another person in, the second sale of High Ticket Academy, this is going to pass up to whoever you're connected to on the product. So let's say Tony Rush, he sold a lot of these today, right? Vic sold a lot of them today. Let's say he's the one that got the commission for you. He's the one that was paid the $197. So that means that your second sale that you bring in for High Ticket Academy, this second sale is going to pass to Tony. The third sale, that's going to go to you. You're going to keep that $197, right? So what's the best way that you can go out there and leverage this right now? Number one, to buy it, right? Why should you buy it? Because you want access to the education, you want access to the product, because you want to learn how to sell high-ticket stuff. Number two thing that you should do after you buy it is go out there and make a sale. How do you make a sale? Refer them to this webinar that's going to be on this page as a replay over the next week. Just refer them to this webinar. People will see the webinar. They're going to want access to the discount, and they're going to click on the product. They're going to join Empower Network, and then they're going to go in there and they're going to buy. Get people to this webinar and allow us to work together as a team to help you sell stuff. Tony Rush has always been surprised how I can get on webinars and people just start buying stuff. Because if I log in right now, Tony actually emailed me earlier today before we even started the webinar, and he'd already earned a significant amount of commissions just by the sales that we had produced in this product with just some background stuff that we did before it even launched today. I'm actually refreshing to see how many people have bought. But here's what happens. This sale, it's going to go to you. The next sale, that's going to go to Tony as well, because you pass up 2, 4, 6, and every fifth. But here's the cool thing. If you can teach people how to have success, if you could bring people in, we've sold 789 of these already, so if you could teach people how to have success, here's what happens. Well, these sales are connected to you. So let's say Bob comes in, he buys High Ticket Academy right now, and he wants to also go out there and he wants to turn it around quickly and he wants to make a sale. Bob can go out there and he can make a sale for High Ticket Academy, and then Bob's also going to get paid a $197 commission. Now here's the coolest part about this for those of you who are affiliates. Now, if you're not an affiliate, I would actually encourage you to join to be an affiliate, because I believe in what we're doing, and I believe that what we're doing helps people create success. You don't have to become an affiliate. You can apply this somewhere else. I just like what we're doing. If you want to become an affiliate, you can go out there. There's an affiliate fee that you can pay for to become an affiliate here. It's $19.95 a month. And Bob goes out there and he makes a sale, and he's going to earn that $197 commission. Well, guess what? His second commission that he earns, the second sale he makes, now you, because you helped Bob be serious enough about his future to learn how to get paid like a professional, now you're going to earn that second commission of $197. So that means from Bob's effort, you just earned a $197 commission. So what's the best way to go out there and to get your money back from buying this product? Number one, get access to it now. Why should you get access to it? Because I found a long time ago, and this is something Aaron said on the last live stream, people have a very difficult time selling things that they're not willing to buy. Could you sell it if you don't buy it? Yeah, you can. But here's what we learned a long time ago, right? What we learned a long time ago is people have a very difficult time, for whatever reason, selling something that they're not willing to buy. Because if somebody could come to you and they say, well, so why should I buy it? You can go back to them and you could say, because I bought it. And the reason I did was because I wanted to learn how to earn a higher level commissions. I wanted to learn how to be able to pick up the phone and close a $1,000 sale. I wanted to be able to pick up the phone and close a $3,000 sale, a $10,000 sale in my business. And for me, this education is normally sold for 5 figures, and I decided that I'm serious enough about my business and I'm serious enough about what I'm doing. I'm serious enough about it to where I want to be able to earn what I'm worth in my business, and so I invest in my education. And I believe that do you want to earn what you're worth in your business? And they're going to say, well, yeah. And you say, then you need to buy it too. And they're going to buy the product too. It's the best way to sell it is by owning it, taking ownership, and going out there and utilizing that to create the result that you want, right? Here's the other thing. If you don't own the product, you have to make qualifying sales before you can receive commissions. If you're in Empower Network as an affiliate, here's what's going to happen. If you have to make a qualifying sale, and you could do that. You could go make qualifying sales of our products, and you could go make retail customer sales, and you could qualify for commissions like that if that's what you want to do. But in the process, what's going to happen is the people that buy before that, you're going to get a little email that says you just lost a commission. right? And then you're going to want to log in and just upgrade and buy it anyways, right? I'm going to encourage you to not do that. I'm going to encourage you to learn the critical skills that we're going to teach you that you can take and apply in anything, and to hit the button and to buy it right now. But here's the biggest reason that I think is just the coolest thing ever, okay? We are going to increase the price of this product back to what the price is going to be, okay, which I told you earlier. And right now you can buy it for $197, but when the product's completed, which will be right before the event, and we'll might make some bonus modules and things, we're going to teach you over the next couple of weeks how to do this, right? They're really compelling and really simple skills. When we increase the price to $497, you're going to be able to go out there and earn as an affiliate a $497 commission, right? When we increase the price, you'll be able to earn a $997 commission when we increase the price. So what I'm going to encourage you to do right now, okay, right now before we increase the price, is take advantage of this special offer, take advantage of the special deal before we do it, because I literally believe that we're not even selling it to you, that we're giving it to you. And so here's what I want to know, the people on here, and again, this is a message for affiliates, it's a little bit different, and you guys could tune out or tune in if you want. But yeah, it's just a one-time. Vic, somebody asked, is it monthly? Is it $197 a month? And Vic said it's one time. Yeah, guys, it's just a one-time payment that you make right now. And when we increase the price, you don't have to pay anything more. You get access to the discount for a special price of $197. So if you're on this webinar right now, what I want you to do is click Activate High Ticket Academy if you're in Empower Network. Somebody says, I spent $35,000 to get my master's degree, but less than $10,000 for all the training here. That's right. You know what I mean? My dad spent a lot more than that for his master's degree, right? Alex, you're a god too, man. Mike Diesel, congratulations. Oh, somebody just sold one. Who here has sold a product? Who here has made a commission already? The sales link, Steve, if you're in Empower Network, all you have to do is click Activate High Ticket Academy, right? And you guys can actually refer people to this page here. Right now we're on the page empowernetwork.com/live, okay? And then all you have to do, if you guys can see this, and maybe somebody could also write it in the comments, all you have to do is after the whole link, add this to the end of it. $ID equals, and then put your username at the end of the link, right? $ID equals username at the end of the link, and if you sell people to this page, if you bring people to this page, if they're not in Empower Network, they can click the button that says Ready to Lock Arms, join here, okay? And then if they're already in, what they can do is they can click Activate High Ticket Academy right now. So as a community, what can we do to create as much sales as possible? Leading from now until the next price increase, I believe that we could sell thousands of this thing. Heck, I'm on the webinar right now. Hey, sold 2. Awesome. Already. Hey, Julius, I don't even know who you are, and you already sold 3. Who else has done it? Boom, 3 more sales. Super deal. Sold 1. Already got your money back. You bought it. Sales don't stop. You love it. You sold, Kim, you sold 11, right? She's just said, by the way, I love you, Kim. I bought your product years ago. That's somebody, Kim Claver. She's on the webinar. I bought one of her products years ago that was like 97 or 197 bucks. Sold a few so far. Beaver. Commission made. Regina, you made a commission. Who else here has made? Bob's selling one right now. Bob, congratulations on earning a commission. Who else here has earned a commission by selling one of these products already? Already activated. Xavier, welcome to High Ticket Academy. Who else has done it? What does it do? Somebody asked, what does it do? Obviously, you haven't been on the whole thing. We're going to teach you how to sell high-ticket stuff. So here, who else has done it? It's 4 sales. Greg Vegas, you've done 4 sales. Wait, he's passed up 4 sales, even though he's jet-lagged, right? Thanks for the sales. Had a half glass of wine, made some money. Thanks. Dakota, you're welcome. Done and sold. Tess has already sold some. I purchased before the event to post. 2014 is going to be a game changer with it. You sold a few already. Miles, congratulations. Visolis, activated High Ticket Academy. I'm just going to refresh the page and see many people have bought. Guys, if you haven't bought yet, click Activate High Ticket Academy right now, the button on the left, and go ahead and log in right now to the members area and activate this for a discounted one-time payment of $197, and we're going to teach you the skills on how to earn a dramatically higher level of commissions in your business. In addition, if you're in Empower Network, you're going to be able to resell this in our regular content. Now, here's the cool thing. A lot of you are experienced in Empower Network right now. If you have an organization, here's what happens as you build your organization. If somebody's not qualified for one of these commissions, there could be somebody like 10 levels down, and none of these people are qualified commissions because either they're lazy or they're quit or they don't want to buy or they're not willing to sell one to a customer or whatever it is, right? And then what happens is this guy here, Joey down here, he goes ahead and he decides to buy the High Ticket Academy for $197, and a lot of you are experiencing this. I know Vic, you're experiencing it. Tony, you are. You know, if somebody's distracted in your team and they're not paying attention because they're off doing other things, it's fine, because you could just say thank you for giving those commissions to me because you don't want to qualify. So this $197 commission can skip through unlimited levels of people to the next person that's qualified to you, and that's one of the reasons why Tony's been able to make so much sales, because he's got a large organization. It's one of the advantages of building a team here in Power Network is we always code these power lines to pass up to the next activated sponsor, and so you have the ability to build an organization when we launch a product like this here at Empower. One of the reasons why I'd encourage you to join if you're not in yet, right, is because when we do new things, we help you make money. So who else here has made money already by selling this who's on the webinar? If you've already made money, you did. Sebastian, right, just bought it, saw it in my back office. Dana, welcome aboard, right? Yeah, you used to sell Rolls Royces, understand the high ticket mentality. Who else has already bought one and you've already activated? You've made a decision that you're serious enough about your future to where you're going to learn the skills that you need. Richard, welcome aboard. He says he bought it, sounds great, love the value. Who else here has already decided to buy? Who here's decided to buy? Laura Parrish said 2 incremental increases, just like that. Who else here has already decided to buy High Ticket Academy? Just tell me if you've decided to buy. If you've made a decision right now to buy High Ticket Academy, what I want you to do, just sold one. Scott, congratulations on the $197 commissions. More in, congratulations being in. Ella, congratulations on selling 6 of them, right? I don't even know how much commissions that is, but congratulations on earning the commissions and passing up those sales to your sponsor. This is your year, Justin, you know it. I made money on this product, thanks. I made money on it already. Brian, congratulations. Lynn, congratulations. Vic Strisshouse, hey, yeah, you've made like a couple bucks. Keela, $600 so far earned on a $197 product. Oh, yeah, I can't ever pronounce your name. I'm sorry about that. I've sold. You've got one. You've bought it. Chris, you've bought it. Vishal, congratulations on making a decision to buy right now. Who here is making a decision to buy this product right now? You bought it already. Calvin, congratulations on buying. Courtney, congratulations on buying. Jerry, congratulations on buying. Tony, you bought it when you saw it available. There's a man that takes action. Elizabeth, she's bought one and sold one already. Congratulations on earning your money back by just making a decision to take massive action. No brainer, you bought it. Esteban, Courtney Ward, you bought it. John Koch, you bought it. Let's see how many sales that we've done now. I refreshed a minute ago, it was up to 825. We got people buying this thing probably faster than our servers could keep up with it. All right, 841. We've got 841 that are sold. All right, Justin Berengia, 2,167 so far. So Laura Parrish, you've sold some. Hot damn, I'm in. I've seen a lot of Bimmers here looking for, okay, Bimmers, they're buying this thing like crazy. You've sold some, you're getting it, you got mine. Guys, log in right now, make a decision to buy this product, take your future seriously enough, take your education seriously. You've seen the value of this as we've gone through, we've talked to the speakers tonight. You've seen what we're going to show you in this product. You've heard people tell you their transformational stories of learning this information, and everybody on here who's saying that they have these transformational stories, they've paid thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Some of them invested 6 figures in their education to learn these strategies that you're going to learn right now. When you make a decision, click the button, and you buy High Ticket Academy. Go ahead, click the button right now, buy High Ticket Academy, make a decision that you care about your future enough to invest in your education, to become the person that you want to be. Hit the button right now, buy it, and then let's go out there, and here's what we want to do over the course of the next 7 days while we have the discount window up. Everybody here who's got a team, get on a Google Hangout with your team, send them to this page, tell them why they should buy, give them bonuses for buying, tell them, look, take action right now. We're going to learn how to sell high-ticket products together. Get on Google Hangouts. I'll be getting on Google Hangouts with people. I'll help people make a decision to buy this product go over the course of the next 7 days. Everybody here, Google Hangouts with your teams. Mail your lists. Send them to this page. We're going to have a replay of this going on over the course of the next 7 days, and we'll do another hangout to tell people when we increase the price, all right? So we're going to increase the price next Friday. You want to buy the product now and make as many sales as you could possibly make tonight. Make as many sales as you could possibly make. You know, when Lawrence Tam got started in Empower Network, here's the thing that he just did beautifully. Lawrence Tam was working full-time. He was doing the internet part-time. But I'll tell you what he did for about 45 days when we launched Empower Network. Guys, and every time we launch a new product, it's like we're relaunching Empower Network because we got something new to offer the world. When we were launching Empower Network, we had We had a $25 product, we had a $100 product, we had a $500 product, and that was it. And you know what Lawrence Tam did? He didn't sleep for a month is what he did. I saw his eyes and there was black circles on it because he was doing Hangouts and he was doing webinars and he was emailing his list and he was telling people, you got to get in this thing right now. And that month, Lawrence Tam he'd never made in his life, he'd never been able to make more than $10,000 a month in his business. And his first month in Empower, because he decided to focus, I'm not saying that this is what you'll do, okay? But he went out there and he made multiple 5 figures. From launch to the end of the first month, Lawrence Tam, in his first month in Empower, earned more money in 1 month than he'd ever earned in 5 months on the internet in 4 years of being on the internet, because he decided to take advantage of a promotional window before the price increases and before we start selling more expensive stuff. So what I want you to do right now, if you don't have access to it, I want you to buy the product. If you're not in Empower Network, go ahead and click the button on the right. You got to join Empower Network first, and then come back, click the button on the left, and make sure that you get access to this special promotional window. If you're not an affiliate, become an affiliate, all right? So you can go out there and you can help us create sales, and we can go out there and we can move thousands of sales before the event. We've already got close to 1,000 sales going. I'm going to refresh just for a second, and I'm going to see how much sales that we've done on here. Who else here has made a commission and you've already made money? Who've been selling this product and just by promoting the webinar without even really selling, you sent people here and they've already made a decision to buy. Who here has done that? Just type yes in the comments and tell us how much money you've made by selling this product. Guys, this is not just an opportunity to learn how to sell high-ticket stuff. This is an opportunity to go out here and resell this during a promotional window and be able to create a surge of extra income from your business, especially if you've got a big team and an extra organization. You want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to get this before they get one of those nasty emails that says, I'm sorry, congratulations, you just lost a commission. It's the most hilarious email I've ever written. You can ask Tony Rush. So that being said, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of do a round robin with the people that are still on here, still hanging out, all right? And I'm just going to get their thoughts as on why you should buy. I'm going to flip my camera back around, sit back down in my chair, and just kind of talk in between them for a few minutes, just get people's final thoughts on why you should take action right now. And then we'll go ahead and end this, and you guys can buy this right now, and then we'll send out access to the initial webinars to teach you how to make more money by selling a higher level of education. So what we'll do is we'll just start. I don't know if Aaron, we'll turn it over to you, and we'll just kind of round robin the other way if you want to kind of lead the conversation a little bit. I know you've got some thoughts on why people should buy, and then we'll just kind of go through real quick as people are on here.
Well, I always say, why say no when it feels so good to say yes? I mean, there's really nothing not to want here. This is everything that makes, there's a book called Good to Great. This is what takes a good income and it makes it great. It's a high-ticket product with high value and a higher commission. So why work harder when you can work smarter? It's like what I said earlier. Why not get paid 5 or 10 years worth of residual income on day one? Because the truth is that, like Chris said, people want this. People want to own the higher quality product. So why not give them something that they're going to buy anyway? There's $1 billion industry out there, right? And we're in the info marketing industry, but there's $1 billion and probably multi-billion dollar industry that contains high-ticket products. So people are searching for this online every day. They're buying it sometimes from people who are, they don't even have experience. They're just, they wear this like mask and a costume, and they've never had results selling this kind of information. So, here we have a whole panel of people that have made 6 and multiple 6 figures in a month and 7 figures in a year. Who else would you want to learn this from? So there's no reason not to buy. So click the join button, the buy button. If you're not even a member or an affiliate yet, get on in. Now's the time to position yourself, because how you position yourself right now in the beginning of January sets up your entire quarter, sets up your entire year, and truthfully, this can set yourself up for life. So this is the product that you're going to learn how to make big ticket commissions on big ticket products, and this is really for the big thinker, Dave.
It is, and I just want to congratulate the new people. We've got a whole bunch of people here that have made a decision to buy. Rich and Lisa, congratulations. Congratulations all of you who have done it. Lawrence Tam, he's already made 32 sales. Hey Jesus, congratulations on buying High Ticket Academy. Lots of badass marketers there. There is David. So congratulations, everybody who's buying. And if you haven't bought yet, click the button and make the decision to buy. Buy with us, right? And learn this together. Buy it, and then let's go through it together. And I'm going to be learning here, guys. I'm going to be learning on this product, just like all of you who are on the live stream. I'm going to be learning with you on how to do this more effectively and implement it in the organization. So go ahead and buy it. Buy it right now. Click the button. Learn with us as a community. It's always more powerful to do things together than it is by yourself anyways. You're going to get to ask questions with people. You know why you should buy it right now? Number one, there's a discount. But number two, you're going to get to ask questions live on the webinars. If you've got something that you're wondering, you're saying, well, how do you do this? How do you overcome this objection? You know, if somebody doesn't have money, how do they really come up with it? What are some extra steps? Or I tried that and didn't work quite right. Why didn't it work? You're going to be able to get on the live webinars if you buy it right now and participate with us, and you get the discount too. And when we increase the price, the people are going to have access to the recordings, and you get it live, so you get to buy it. So Chris Record, over to you. What are your thoughts on why people should just take massive action?
Well, you should take massive action in everything you do, regardless of this. It's just, you know, massive action is a habit. If you're in the habit of wanting to sell, then you've also got to love the process of buying. I mean, one of the things is that sometimes we're hesitant to want to buy something, and what happens is that reflects when we want to sell something. When we sell something, we're transferring through to the other person the idea that we ourselves are uncomfortable with this process. So you got to get comfortable with it. So one of the best actual real ways to experience comfort in selling is to go buy, is to allow yourself to be sold, and then to study the process. At what point was I sold? When Dave was talking, did you notice the beads of sweat that was running off of his forehead there? Did you notice the passion that was coming out? Did you notice the energy shift, the state of energy shift that happened? That's a sign of somebody who can sell. And did you notice the comments underneath the live stream? Did you notice, you know, Vic popped on there and said, hey, who thinks Dave is one of the greatest salesmen of all time, right? Because what happens is Dave is open to buying, and by buying, by going through the process of other people's sales funnels, by going through the process of learning from others, he's then incorporated that into his own sales ability, his own sales skills. Now, sales is the #1 profession in the world. You know, today I was at the gym and I was talking with my trainer, and my trainer made this statement. He said, you know, Chris, the most that a trainer can really make, the most that it even makes sense for a trainer to make is $100 an hour, and that's if you're a really good trainer. So he says, yeah, you can make a lot of money, maybe get to a point of $100 an hour, but it's kind of capped off. You see, so the reality is that, you know, here he is, every time he sells, he has to work hard as well. Well, when you learn to sell other people's products and services that they create, and it's digital information that can be transferred quickly to people, and you get paid high commissions on it, you can sell an unlimited amount, you could have an unlimited income, you could have sky's the limit, and you really start, you understand, you can sell this product and not even have to deliver it to the customer. Somebody else handles all the delivery, someone else handles all the training. The program is valued at far more. Trust me when I say people like Aaron Rashkin, people like me, I would gladly pay Aaron Rashkin a couple $1,000s just to pick his brain on how to be able to sell high-ticket items. Why would I do that? Well, first of all, I think that would be a steal. Secondly, I don't even think Aaron would be able to fit that in his schedule. I mean, Aaron probably turns down a lot of coaching opportunities like that because he values his time more. But listen, why would I pay someone $2,000 to train me that? It's because it's not about what I spend, it's about what I'm going to make. So I always look at the ROI. If I invested $2,000 with Aaron Rashkin and had him teach me as much as possible in a couple hours about high-ticket selling, I would then take that information and I would go out there and I could create a 6 or 7 figure income with that information. So to me, $2,000 would be ridiculously small. And if I didn't have $2,000, then the only problem is an idea problem. I'm one idea away from a 6-figure income. So for those of you that don't believe you can make 6 figures in 2014, you're one idea away from it. You're literally one idea away from a 6-figure income. And if you let that 6 or 7 inches between your ears stop you from the abundance that you deserve, that's just a foolish mistake. It's at the end of the day, it's a mind game. And if you're sitting here playing games in your mind right now, making up excuses about why you can't buy something, all you're doing is you're really just hurting yourself. You're literally putting out to the universe that you're making statements that are just telling your subconscious mind to believe them. I can't do this, or I can't afford that, I wish I could afford this, oh man, you know, I'd love to do this, but. How many 6 and 7-figure income earners do you know that speak that way? So the first step to being able to overcome that is be able to start acting like a 6 to 7-figure income earner. A 6 and 7 figure income earner is looking at this and going, you know, what ROI can I get this? How much money would I be able to make with this information? I wonder how much High Ticket Academy could explode my income this year. I wonder if I got this course and really took this serious and got real training from real experts. I wonder if I could go out there and double or triple or quadruple or 10x my income this year with this information. That's how the mindset of a 6 and 7 figure earner is, even if they don't have the money. And you might go, oh, well, of course, you know, Tracy Walker can afford this. Of course, Justin Varengia can afford this. Of course, Tony Rush can afford this. Listen, I'll tell you right now, as you make more money and have more success, you're going to be introduced to opportunities and investments and different businesses. That's $100,000 or $200,000 or $500,000. You're going to have opportunities to be able to play in the big leagues. It's going to be just as tough. You might make your first $100,000, but now you might have an opportunity for something that would take a $50,000 or $100,000 investment, right? It's going to require even more brain strength to be able to take you there. The analogy I'll give you is this. Go back to the gym. I was at the gym today, right? Now listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a huge guy. I cannot right now physically bench 300 pounds. So my mind is going to tell me, Chris, you cannot bench 300 pounds. You are not capable of benching 300 pounds. Well, there's only two things that are really going to help me instantly be able to bench press 200 pounds today if I wanted to, right? One would be learning how, the form, what's the best possible form, what's the best possible ability that I could use, what's the best technique to get that bar up. And number two, a spotter. If I had somebody to just put their fingers like this and just literally 2 fingers and lift it up like this between me and just a couple fingers from someone else from a spotter, that's it. Now, I'm not looking for a hand out, but I am looking for a hand up. And I'll tell you right now, if we can help spot you, by providing information and spotting you to be able to take you up to your next income, that's how you got to think. You're not in this thing, you know, you're by yourself right now while you're watching this, but you have us, right? So you're making income for yourself, but you're not by yourself. We're here to spot you on your way to be able to create a 6-figure or 7-figure income. And that's what our job is. Our job is to pay it forward. I don't need to be out here tonight. I got a family. I've got things going on. But it's because we get inspired to be able to empower more people like you. So listen, if you're sitting here right now and you have not purchased this product, you've really got to take a look at yourself and go, how bad do you even really want success? Because honestly, if you're not buying the High Ticket Academy, you don't even believe you're going to go make a 6 or 7-figure income with this. You don't even believe that this product would help you. What are you thinking? See, if you don't have the result that you already want, if you're not crushing it right now, I'll tell you right now, there's a lack. There's a lack right now between you and that destination. You got to fill that void by getting information, by getting around successful people, by getting that extra spot to be able to make the impossible possible. I cannot lift 300 pounds on my own. I cannot sit on that bench press and do it. But instead of saying instead of saying I can't, I say how can I? So I sit there and go, all right, how can I lift this? Well, maybe if I change my form a little bit, arch my arms back, get right in position, and then get Aaron Rashkin to come on over. Aaron probably only needs his pinky to be able to help me, but get Aaron Rashkin to come on over and help me lift that bar up. That's it. So if Aaron Rashkin can spot me in terms of helping me to be able to be a better high-ticket salesperson, that's a skill that could go on and pay dividends for the rest of my life. And right now, for such a low price, you have the ability to do that. So you really got to ask yourself, what is important in your life to you? Is it important that when the crap hits the fan, that you have a nice 6-figure steady income to be able to get you through it? What is important to you? How bad do you even want success? This is 2014. This is the beginning of a fresh new year, and you got a chance to make a decision. Okay? And that's really where you're at right now. You have an opportunity in front of you. What do you do when opportunities present itself? Do you take massive action, or do you dip your toes in the water, or do you say, you know what? It's not for me right now, and you pass on those opportunities? Well, I'll tell you right now, the leaders that are here, we don't pass on those opportunities. We just go out there and we take massive action and we crush it. So let me say this. I said earlier I wanted to teach how I got 20 grand with no credit, no money, no real anything, very low belief. But looking at the time right now, we've been out here for a while. Let me ask you this. I know, Aaron, this is more or less your product. I'm almost wondering, instead of just trying to rush something out real quick and leaving people confused, I'm almost wondering if it makes more sense. I'd be willing to maybe dedicate some time and actually walk step by step through what I personally did. I'm not sure everybody else will be able to do it, but walk step by step through what I personally did and some strategies that I used to be able to help sell people on a $20,000 product I wonder if that would be beneficial. I wonder if it'd make more sense for me to maybe put that in the product so that everybody that buys tonight can actually have a chance to get that extra bonus training that wasn't even going to be part of it. Do you think, Aaron, you think that we could put that together, or do you already have a structure for the High Ticket Academy?
No, I think that would actually be a really cool. I mean, Dave and I went over we've been planning on this, and it's funny. I'm going to go back, just not even a week. I was out in San Diego for New Year's and Christmas, and was with the whole family. Sophie and I were just having a great time and enjoying the downtime. And Dave called me up the day before I flew back to Colorado, and just said, hey, I'd really love to, teach people how to do what you did, for the past several years selling high ticket. And so we kind of brainstormed this, in the last few days. It was really out of nowhere that this kind of came about. And one of the things we talked about was, teaching people stuff that is not just necessarily associated with the selling part of it, but putting the deal together. In other words, creating the environment for people to be able to teach their clients and their customers and their members, how to put the financing together. So Chris, when we got on the phone with you today, you mentioned to us that this is something that you taught to a lot of the people that you were selling to back in the high ticket program that you were a part of. And when you talked about these 21 different strategies, and I've heard some of them before. Matter of fact, from one of your members and great friends, and now one of my great friends too, Peter. These strategies are so they're unobvious, but once you hear them, they're very simple to execute. So it's easy to recommend them to people that you're selling to because there's no resistance there. And when there's no resistance, there's more cooperation, and for the right person, they always find a way to put the money together. So I think that would be a really powerful bonus, Chris, for you to go over these different 21 different strategies for all the members of the High Ticket Academy. I'm looking forward to hearing you deliver that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You brought up Peter Sorensen, and I'll say something real quick. In that top-tier company that I was with, that's where I met Peter. Now listen, quick version. I drove down to Fresno, California, which is like 3 hours away from where I lived, went down there and did like a little mini presentation for a group of people, and there was this 23-year-old kid in that room, and that 23-year-old kid was Peter, and I met Peter and for the first time, and it was pretty awesome because here's this ambitious young kid, but he didn't have money either. He's 23 years old or whatever, but what I did was I just kind of worked with him. We started partnering together. We started working together and just doing business. And listen, at 23 years old, this is crazy, right? 23 years old, this kid, Peter Sorensen, has a $53,000 month. $53,000. What would it be like to be 23 years old right now and crush out a $50K month? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're just going to be the boss, right? You're going to be taking your friends out to dinner. You're going to be upgrading your car. You're going to be just loving life. Here he was, crushed out $53,000. Now, how did he do that? Because he overcame his mindset, too, about money. And not only did he find the money himself, but what he did was he went out there and helped people overcome the money. So at the end of every single meeting, back then I used to teach people 21 different ways that they could fund their business. Because people get excited, people would want to do something, but it always came down to the money. So I'd sit there and walk through all these strategies. And then Peter would go and take those same strategies and start teaching his team. In fact, we had Peter on a hangout just recently. He taught 21 strategies. He taught that with you, Aaron. The fact of the matter is that there's ways to be able to create money out of thin air, and mostly it's just an idea, and some of the ideas are the stupidest ideas, and so your mind wants to shut them off. Oh, that's a stupid idea. But I'll tell you, man, I mean, sometimes it's just there's an idea sitting in front of you, but if you're not open-minded, if you're closed-minded, you're just going to shut it off. But there's an idea opened up to you, but if you're open-minded, literally right now, and listen, there's no such thing as a bad idea, because some of you might need to bootstrap, man. Some of you might need to make some money. I'll tell you right now, if there's anybody right now that literally, you literally are at a place where you don't have $200 to be able to invest in something, my first question would be, how old are you? My second question would be, how on earth are you going to allow yourself to be in a position where you don't have $200? My third statement is going to be, that's the number one reason why you need to do this. You need to do this. You must do this, because if you are at a place at your age in your life where you cannot throw down $200 on something, then you've got something majorly wrong, and that's the reason why you need to do this. You need to stop doing whatever you're doing. It's not working. What you need to do is you need to get new information, make more money. If you're not making enough money, you need to be really driving in on that. Right now, it's not. I'm in California. I'm in the Bay Area. It's not snowing here. It's snowing all over the country. I mean, how many of you could go out right now to your neighbors and you could go make $200 in a Sunday shoveling snow for people? Yeah, it might be humiliating, but I'll tell you, if that's what it took, man, I'd go shovel horse manure all day if I could go out there and make 10 grand a month doing it, right? And then you take that 10 grand and then you go flip it. You take that 10 and then you get the information, you get to the next level to 20, 30, 40, 50K. I mean, you got to get on your grind. You got to do whatever it takes. But if you're missing that information, I'd be glad to share it. Maybe even get Peter involved. This guy's become quite the expert at helping people find money. So Aaron, yeah, maybe what we'll do is we'll get together. I know there's a lot of people that might want to hear that story of how I was able to manifest $20,000, not just for me, but for my partner, George. He didn't have any money either. He introduced me to this. We found $20,000 for me and $20,000 for George. Both of us went into that company, and both of us went and created six-figure incomes with that opportunity. If there's some people here on this webinar that are watching, maybe all you need is someone to believe in you. Maybe all you need is that, right? Maybe all you need is someone that says, you know what? You just need a shot. You just need a hand up. You just need someone to believe in you. So you know what? There's people out there, and there's opportunities out there, and we believe in you. Get this product. In that product, we'll teach you how to sell high ticket. We'll teach you how to come up with money. We'll teach you how to help people come up with money, and we'll put you in a position where knowledge is power. You can go create a 6- or 7-figure income with that and go sky's the limit. You know, obviously, just because you buy it's not going to make you rich. We're still talking. You got to back it up with action. You know, there's no way to guarantee money. There's no way we can guarantee your success. But listen, all I know is that if you got someone like Aaron Rashkin who dominates this industry, who's going to teach you how to sell high ticket stuff, and it's less than $10,000, heck, Aaron, you'd probably sell me on 10 grand, man. You know, say if this was 10 grand just right now to learn just from you, I'd honestly, you'd probably get my credit card on it. So the fact of the matter that I paid 10 grand for something like this, it's just a no-brainer for everybody else out there.
I muted myself out because I was like refreshing, looking for all the people earning commissions in the back office. I get to see this special screen where I can see all the commissions people are earning live as they're earning them in the back office, and it's just like, you know, we're up right now. We've had about 100. Here's my question, everybody actually on the live stream. We've had about 100 people decide that they're serious enough about their future, their family, their business, that they're willing to invest in their education, and they want to go out there and make some sales too in this short promotional window that we've got, where they've decided to go ahead and buy the product. So if you've bought the product, okay, if you've bought it and you've bought it in the last couple of minutes, just go ahead and tell us that you've bought it in the comments so we can congratulate you. If you're not logged in the comments, you can hit the Facebook button, you can log in, but go ahead and tell us in the comments that you've bought the product and let everybody know. Now, if you've also made some commissions while Chris Record was talking, you made some extra money while he was talking, because I know I got some commission notifications. Chris Record, I just want to thank you for giving me those commissions, because while you were talking, I earned commissions from what you were saying, because I earned commissions just like everybody else. Guys, if you're ready to get started, go ahead and do it. Somebody sold too. Demetrius, congratulations on selling too. I don't even know who this is, right? Who is this guy? He rocks. Robert, that's Chris Record. He sold too. Who else has made a decision to do it? If you've just made a decision, Calvin, congratulations to buy it. Congratulations to making a decision to buy, guys. Guys, here's what I thought about when you were talking, Chris. I thought about what's the real value in being able to come up with money when you want it. And what I was thinking when you were talking is I'd be willing to pay way more than $197 for my own education. Not for me, because I don't need to come up with money. But I'd be willing to pay way more than $197 if I was taught those 21 things. And the reason I'd be willing to pay way more than $197 for that is because, guys, I want you to think about this for a second. If you know how to come up with money like that, if you know the 21 ways to come up with money, not only do you know it, but you also know how to teach it. And I want you to think about something, guys. If you're an affiliate and you're struggling to come up with money to get to the event, or you're struggling to come up with money to get the master's course, you're also going to be able to utilize these keys yourself and find a way like Chris Record did to be able to come up with money like that to fund your business. 21 ways to fund it. And this is a bonus. But not only that, I want you to think about this. Imagine if you have a team at Empower Network and you're on the phone, you're connecting with your team, just welcome them aboard, being a good team player, and you're talking with them, and they're struggling like you used to struggle, and they don't have any money. Well, rather than having to hassle them and be like, look, you know, are you serious? You can just say, hey, would you like to know the 21 things that could transform your business, and you could be able to come up with the money like that? And all you have to do is get them to buy the High Ticket Academy. They can learn the 21 things, and then Chris Record or Peter Sorensen, whoever it is that's going to be teaching, I think he said Peter, he's going to be coming on there, and he's going to be showing you, he's an expert on teaching this, he's going to be showing you not only how you can come up with money to fund your business, but he's also going to be showing you how you can get people to come up with money to fund their business who you're selling $5 and $10 and $15 and $20,000 courses to. Just that by itself, to me, is worth $1,000. And so I don't know why you did that, Chris. I could almost sell that as an additional course. Maybe we'll separate that out as the bonus later and sell it additionally. But if you guys are on this thing and you haven't bought yet for $197, click the button right now on the left-hand side. If you're a member of Empower Network, it says Activate High Ticket Academy. Lock in this discount before we increase the price and buy the product right now, and then immediately go out there, log into your back office. You have a team emailer. Send an email to your team. Say, you got to buy High Ticket Academy. Go ahead and mail your list out and send them to this page. Put your affiliate code at the end of it and say, you don't want to miss $197 commission. You got to buy this product right now. Go ahead and put a message on your Facebook wall and say, you got to get this product right now in the discounted window, and cloak your link because we're blocked on Facebook. But go ahead and cloak it with badassbutton.com or the socialmediabar.com or whatever it is, and post that on your Facebook wall, and go ahead and post that out there and say, you got to buy this product right now while the discount's active. Send a video to your list. Turn a camera on and say, I'm serious enough about my future to make a decision to buy High Ticket Academy, and I want to let you know I've bought the product because I want to learn how to sell 5-figure products and earn 5-figure commissions in my business. I want to learn these skills, and I'm willing to invest enough in my future to be able to do that before the price increases. Go ahead and click the button now. Learn with us together. Learn these skills with us as you're making a decision. I'm going to go to refresh the screen. See how much sales you're done, and as you bought it, Sebastian, congratulations for buying it. Terrence, congratulations. He said, I just now activated High Ticket Academy. Vic, you made 100. Oh, Dexter, congratulations on buying. You're a badass too, Chris. Congratulations, right? You got it. Mark Anthony Middleton Sr., congratulations on buying the product and deciding that you care enough about your family, you care enough about your future to learn how to earn high-ticket commissions. Congratulations on doing it. Guys, I want to congratulate you on making a decision to do it. As you're earning the commissions and as you're making the sales and as you're buying, go ahead and let us know in the comments. And Shannon, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you to just give your thoughts on why people should just buy this right now, and they shouldn't. They should just immediately pull out the credit card, guys. I'll tell you the truth about something. Some people are hesitant about buying stuff. I actually get more excited about buying stuff than I even do about selling stuff today. I love buying. It's like that emotion when I walk into a store and I get to see some pair of clothing I want. Sometimes I buy clothes occasionally, Chris. I know you tease me about that from time to time, but I have I need to buy extra tank tops. You know what I mean? From time to time. But I get that rush every time I buy something, and I'm like, man, this is a good deal. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, this is a good deal. So I'm just excited for you. Just as you're buying, feel excited is what my encouragement to you, because you're actually reaching through space and time with your hand through the computer screen, almost taking money out of Aaron Rashkin's pocket. Aaron, I just want to thank you for being so generous. So Shannon, over to you.
Oh my gosh, I could say so much, Dave. I'm just like you. I love buying stuff. I am not an inexpensive wife to have. You can ask my husband about that one. But there's so many reasons. First of all, what I'll say is, whenever I have the opportunity to learn from people who are more successful than myself, I do whatever I can possibly do to take that opportunity, to make that happen. And just that decision in my life alone took me from making $26,000 a year as a high school teacher to making millions of dollars working from home. So if I can say to anybody, a huge lesson you can learn, I got started in this industry when I was 28, and now I'm 29, but no, I'm just kidding. I got started in this industry when I was 28, and that was, and I bought my first $1 million house when I was 30, simply because I chose to follow more successful people, and that's the most powerful education you can get. So many people spend tens of thousands of dollars on college educations that literally get them a job at McDonald's or Burger King. It does not teach you how to make money. This will teach you how to make money. The fact that it's being sold for $197, I have spent $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on courses that haven't taught me as much as what you're going to learn in this academy. So if you're committed to your goals, if you're committed to having a better year, here's what I'm going to say. So 2013 is over, and if on December 31st you look back at 2013 and you thought, man, this year did not turn out the way I wanted it to turn out. Well, now we're at the beginning of 2014, and if you want this year, if you want December 31st of this year to turn around and look back and say, holy cow, this was my best year ever, then you have to make better decisions, different decisions than you did last year. And the best decision that you can make is taking a stand for yourself and getting this high-ticket academy, because learning how to sell high-ticket items, it's a very unique skill, and it's an incredibly marketable skill. I mean, take for instance, people who sell private jet airplanes. People who sell private jet airplanes may sell one airplane a year, but they'll make $350,000 or $400,000 on that one sale, and they work less than people who make $26,000 a year. And the only reason they're able to do that is because they've learned this skill. So it's a decision that you have to make. Do you really value what your life is going to be like this year and going forward, or do you want to continue repeating the same things over and over again? The last thing that I'll say about this is, if you've ever read this book, Think and Grow Rich, by Napoleon Hill, it's been a very powerful book in my life. And in there, he talks about the power of decision. And one of the things that I learned in this book, and it's in the chapter 8 on decision, when he looked at $1 million earners were in the habit of making decisions very quickly and rarely, if ever, changing them. Where people who failed to accumulate money were in the habit of being very hesitant with their decisions and changing them often. And the only reason that people are hesitant in making their decisions, if you're hesitant in making your decision, it's because of fear. And fear 100% of the time, right? We've all heard the acronym false expectations appearing real. Fear will stop you from everything. And I think about when I first started snowboarding. When I first started snowboarding, I was 30, and my instructor was 76 years old. And every time I fell, I wanted to quit, because you fall and it hurts and you want to quit. And my instructor, being 76 years old and 100% Irish, was like, get up and stop crying. Don't be a wussy. These 4-year-olds are doing it. So I would get up and I would do it. And now, every time I go down a mountain or every time I go down a new hill, I just think, man, this is such an awesome experience, because I'm approaching an unknown. But what gets me through that unknown, what gets me down that mountain, is the confidence in myself and the confidence in my ability. And in order for you to develop that confidence, in order for you to develop that mindset of a 6-figure or a 7-figure earner, is to adapt and to be, do, have, to be that person first. And the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to learn from people who are getting the results that you're getting. So why would you not want to learn from Aaron? Why would you not want to learn from Chris? Why would you not want to learn from Dave or from Tony or from myself or from Tracy or for any of these other people that are getting the results that you want to have in your life? Because I'll tell you, any decision you're hesitating on, whether it's getting the High Traffic Academy or being in Miami or taking steps that you know are going to move you towards your goal, if you're making excuses that are going to hold you back, you're going to get excuse results. But if you're making really powerful decisions, then you're going to get powerful results. And that has been an incredible lesson that I've learned in my life. And the reality of the fact, I mean, if you don't, like Chris said, if you don't have $200, first of all, the one thing I would want to sit down and I felt like Dave was taking a picture of me on the screen. So, one of the things that I'll tell you right now is that first of all, I'd want to know where you're spending your money, because everybody has $200, and if you've got cable TV, you're probably spending more than $200 on your cable bill, which all that's doing is filling your brain with bunk and entertaining you. People these days will spend more money to be entertained than they will to forward their life. But don't be one of those people, right? We had someone today say they couldn't get started. John and I were laughing. I almost had to stop the car, because This woman emailed back and said she didn't have $25, and at the bottom of the email it says sent from my iPhone. And I was like, John, I should just call her up and be like, sell that iPhone on eBay. What the heck are you talking about? You don't have $25. You're emailing that, right? So where are you allocating your money to? Are you allocating it to things that are going to move you forward in your life, or are you allocating it to ridiculous stuff that's not going to do anything? Knickknacks and magazine subscriptions and cable TV subscriptions, because this, I'm telling you, my friends, is going to make you more money faster than you could ever even imagine for yourself. And that is the mental paradigm shift that this course is going to take you through. So that's what I've got to say, and I'll pass it on over to one of my best friends, Tony Rush.
Oh, Shannon, I could listen to you. I have unlimited attention for listening to you talk about this, and I'll tell you why. Some of it goes back to the fact that it resonates with me because this is the stuff that changed my life. I remember when I got started in higher ticket products, you and John were the #1 people in the company, and you were hosting the training calls, and you had this great story that just completely demonstrated, it was a complete mirror of where I had been. And as I listen to you talk about it tonight, it takes me back because I realize that just about everything I've accomplished has been based on some of these fundamental principles that you're talking about. And I kind of wanted to address, I hope you guys got that, by the way, from Shannon. Just unbelievably powerful language there. I want to address
Tony, before you say that, I have to say you're so nonchalant with that $1 million ring. You're like so, rubbing your face and
oh yes,
flashing that big $1 million ring there. Look at that. Look at that.
Sorry. Yeah. What did you say? I couldn't hear.
That ring says, "Listen to me."
I couldn't hear. My ring was in the way of my ear. I couldn't hear.
I love that.
You know what, though? What's funny is, and I'm really grateful for this ring, and I'm grateful that David Wood and David Sharp have created a playground for us to play in and get really cool toys like this one. But you know what? I got to say, a lot of what I learned to get this ring came from the kinds of principles that we're going to be talking about in the High Ticket Academy. And I want to kind of address sort of an unspoken thing, because some people might be where I was. Let me just say it that way. There might be some people tonight or watching this replay who your head is where mine was in, say, 2005. When somebody says the idea of selling higher ticket items, you have this belief in your head that higher priced products are harder to sell than cheaper products. And hopefully, after hearing from Shannon and David and Chris and Aaron and Tracy tonight, hopefully we have robbed you of that belief. And if we haven't, let me just say it as clearly as I possibly can. Selling a higher priced product is not harder. It is not harder. You've heard several examples tonight of selling $1 million homes is no harder than selling a $100,000 home. The guy who sells Bentleys, I remember Shannon had a beautiful Bentley here a couple years ago. Shannon's Bentley, the guy who sold her the Bentley did not work any harder than the guy selling Chevrolets. We just went out to eat in Atlanta. My wife and I spent about 8 days traveling between Christmas and New Year's, and we had an incredible meal in a new restaurant in Atlanta that we'd never been in before. It was just an amazing restaurant. I think between she and I and our friends, we probably, I don't know, it was maybe $500 or something. We didn't have a lot of wine or anything like that, but just an incredible meal. And the server picked up a nice tip at that restaurant. I think we tipped him a couple $100 or something. I can't remember. It might have been $300. It was Christmas time. But here's my point. That guy didn't work any harder. He didn't fill my glass any more than if I was downtown eating at Denny's, sitting at the counter at a Waffle House. So a lot of this conversation, if you're sitting here kind of thinking, High Ticket Academy, it sounds good, but do I want to sell higher ticket products? I'm kind of comfortable selling low-ticket stuff because I know it's affordable for anybody. Well, here's what I can tell you. It's the bottom of the ladder that's crowded. The top of the ladder is never crowded, okay? And you will find with some of the things that we're going to show you in the High Ticket Academy that all it takes is a shift in your mindset. That's all. All it takes is a shift in your mindset. And you can literally earn thousands of dollars in the same amount of time that it takes somebody else to earn $100. It's I promise you, like Chris Recker said, it is entirely between your ears. So if you have any resistance tonight, you're kind of wondering, you know, I know this High Ticket Academy is affordable. I mean, it's only $197. From a business standpoint, God, I mean, we can't make it any more attractive. Spend $197 to be able to earn $497 commissions next week. I mean, you can't make that more attractive. You can't get that deal anywhere else in the home business industry. But all those things aside, let me offer you this. Make the decision tonight that you are going to earn what you deserve in 2014. Because here's what I can promise you. The difference between what somebody earns is largely a decision. It has very little to do with intelligence, education, experience. It does have a little bit to do with skill. And that's where the Academy comes in, because we're going to give you that. But when you look around and you see people that are making, well, let me put it this way. Let me smash a couple of myths for you, because if you grew up in the kind of environment I did, perhaps you're walking around with a few myths in your head, some bad software. So let me give you a couple of myths that I want to smash for you tonight. You know, some people believe that making a lot of money requires hard work. You know, if you've ever heard that, type in the chat. I've heard that success requires hard work. Well, I don't want to invalidate work, because work is important. We always want to provide value, and whatever language you want to use, that's a form of work. But here's the thing. Do you really believe that somebody making $500,000 a year is working 10 times harder than somebody that makes $50,000 a year? No. Where would you be if you worked 10 times harder than you work right now? Divorced, right? Dead? 10 times. That doesn't work. So if you're somebody that's making $50,000 a year and you want to make $500,000 a year, the answer can't be work harder. You've got to discover a different kind of math, because the whole 10 times working harder is not going to work for you. Okay. Now let me ask you this: take somebody that's making $500,000 a year. Do you really believe that they are 10 times smarter than somebody who makes $50,000 a year? And the answer is, of course not. There's no way. There's no way. I'll tell you this. In the past 12 months, just with Empower Network's affiliate program, just with the opportunity that we have at Empower Network, and see our income disclaimer, but I've made a couple $1 million just in the 2 years that I've been with Empower Network. And I promise you, I am not 10 times smarter than the people that made $200,000. And I'm definitely not 1,000 times smarter than people that made $20,000. I promise you, it's just not so. So if it's not working harder and it's not being smarter, well, we have to discover, at some point we have to accept that the only difference between people who make very, very large incomes and people who make small or mediocre incomes is a willingness to make a decision. The reason that I and Jessica have earned the income that we made here is because we chose it. We chose it. We didn't slip and fall into it. It didn't land on us. Somebody told me yesterday, they said, well, you sure are lucky that fortune found you. And I'm very quick to say, you know what, I'm very grateful for my life, but let's be clear. My fortune did not find me. I did not get lucky. I've worked my ass off for this. And here's the thing, we're not saying it's going to be easy, but we are saying it's going to be worth it. And with what you're going to learn in High Ticket Academy, Vic, there's another, I owe Vic $1 because I keep misquoting the title. But in High Ticket Academy, we're going to show you the real nuts and bolts. There's some language patterns that you can use. There's all kinds of techniques and strategies that you can use to put in a conversation so that when you naturally are in front of somebody who's serious about their goals, they actually will make it easier for you, and they'll make it easier on themselves to say yes. You won't actually sell them. You're simply going to create the space where it's easier for them to buy. And there's nothing sneaky or weird, manipulative about it. All it is you choosing to be someone who markets on a higher rung of the ladder, and then we give you the actual skills so that when you're in conversation with a prospect, whether it's email, whether it's Facebook or Skype or text message or a phone call, you're going to know how to position that conversation so that the other person finds your offer irresistibly attractive, so that you can get where you want to go, and it's a win-win for the customer. They're going to find that whatever it is you're marketing that's a high-ticket item, whether it's a $3,500 master's course or maybe a real estate or a car, whatever, they're going to be more than delighted with the value that they get out of the transaction. So I find it ridiculously amazing, honestly, that David Wood and David Sharp have decided to let this go tonight for less than a couple $100 bills. Seriously, what Shannon said is spot on. Anybody who's serious about their business in 2014 already has bought it. If you haven't, some of you just need to stop resisting what we're telling you. You've invested this much time to be on the webinar and you still haven't bought it. Seriously, some of you just need to stop resisting what we're telling you. Stop fighting us on this. You need to get out your credit card. You need to go in your back office and you need to buy the product. You don't get where Vic is by having your foot on the brake, or where Shannon or Chris or Tracy or Aaron or myself or David. You will not get where you want to go by having your foot on the brake. So 2014 is the year where you can take your foot off the brake, you can put your blinders on, and you can pick up a handful of new skills that you're going to find very, very adaptable, very simple to learn, and it's going to be something that's going to allow you to take your game to the next level without a lot of hassle, and you're going to make more money with fewer prospects. You can make more sales with less time, and you can do it tonight for $197 decision. Get that tonight. Log in right now. Get High Ticket Academy. The training starts next week, and if you wait until the training starts to get it, you will pay at least $497 for it. So it's a bargain tonight at $197. Grab it, get it locked in, so that way you're on the list for the training and you're in position to earn some fantastic commissions. So I'll turn this back. I see our friend David Sharp looking kind of tan there, David. I almost would guess that perhaps you've just sauntered off a boat somewhere in some exotic port. How are you tonight, brother? Let me just pass it to you.
Hey, I'm fantastic, man. Can you hear me okay?
You sound great. You look even better.
Well, hey, listen, you're not my type, so I wanted to put that up, put that right up front. I'm great. You guys are having a whole lot of fun here. I'm in West Palm Beach right now, and I'm getting ready to go to an event. It's kind of interesting, and I didn't really, I have a friend here with me, somebody else who's in Empower, and we were talking about, doing what we teach, and I think the thing that sets us apart is that here at Empower, anyways, is that we actually do what we teach, and I'm not going to talk about myself tonight. I'm going to talk about Aaron and some of the obviously the talent and stuff that we've got on the line tonight. But I'm good. You guys were having a whole lot of fun, and I got a little jealous there because I just got back to my hotel room, so I wanted to hop on. So I'm just here to kind of join in on the fun.
And I'm muted as usual.
Hey,
is Wood on?
Yeah, I was muted too. I just want to say it's good to see you, man. You're looking sexy like always.
Now you are more my type with that long hair. I just got to.
I know. Well, before you got on, when you came on, I just started kind of going like this a little. But Dave, I know you're out there at a seminar, and I was going to join you, but it's not good timing for that. And you're actually doing right now what we're talking about, which is investing in your education, something you and I do all the time. And by the way, just as we're talking, guys, I actually, there was somebody I saw here who just posted a comment, and I can't find it, but somebody here just posted a comment that not only did they make a decision to buy, they just made a decision to buy all the products and go all in. So I just wanted to congratulate you whoever that was, if you've made a decision in the last hour to buy the product and get in, just type it in the comments. Say, yeah, I've made a decision to buy. I'm in. And tell us if you've been making commissions by selling High Ticket Academy. You know, I just got a message on Facebook from one of my old friends, and he says, you know, I just noticed Empower was selling something, and I just made a decision to buy. And then I went to the webinar. I found out what I just bought, and he says I've already made, you know, 5 sales or 6 sales in the last 10 or 15 minutes just right after making a decision. And he says, I haven't even been paying attention for the last year. And so, guys, if you're watching this, make a decision to buy, get people to this page, and get people to buy this product. Have them go through it with you. There's nothing more powerful than having people get educated with you. Dave Sharpey's out there. He's getting educated, and he's got something with him, getting educated with him. And so make a decision to get educated with us, guys, by hitting the link above that says Activate High Ticket Academy now, and go ahead and just do it. Take advantage of the discount. Do not wait, guys. Look, people who wait around and they can make a decision and don't never accomplish great things in your life. Aaron Rashkin said something on the last webinar that I'll never forget. He said that people who are successful make decisions quickly and they change their minds slowly. People who are unsuccessful make decisions slowly, they change their minds all the time. Guys, make a decision to take massive action. Be like a successful person. Pull your credit card out and make the decision that you need to make today. So, Dave, with that being said, man, just give us your thoughts on just, you know, I know you just invested, I think, $15,000 or something like this into a seminar to go for your own education. Not only are you learning more for yourself for your own education, but you're also doing what we're teaching and being willing to invest in yourself. You loving your family, loving your daughter enough to be able to become the greatest man that you could be, you know, and investing your education. Just tell us your perspectives on why people should buy. We've actually been up here in a while, and by the way, guys, as you're buying, just make a decision. Just tell us you've made a decision so we can congratulate you as you're pulling out your credit card and clicking the button that says Activate High Ticket Academy. And if you're not in Empower Network, you have to be a member to get this special discount. So go ahead and click Ready to Lock Arms if you're not in, join, and then go back and upgrade to that product, take advantage of the special offer. So Dave Sharp, over to you, brother.
Yeah, cool, man. By the way, you know, good to be on. Aaron Rashkin, what is going down, my brother? I think that's Mrs. Lavinia that we have on as well. If I'm looking at it correctly, I'm on my phone right now. And the cool thing is, and I think this is unique. I was on a hangout, you know, a couple of days ago, and I was also on my phone, and I was just walking around my house, ranting and raving, and doing some training right from my phone. So just anybody who didn't know that they could do hangouts from their phone, there's a little app. You can just download it right onto your phone. Welcome back, Shannon. We see you there. I was just saying hi, and somehow you dropped off. But you know, you can do hangouts from your phone. So for those of you who are still on the call, and I just pulled up the page, and there's still something like almost 2,000 people just logged into the chat, and everybody who's logged into the chat, everybody who's on the page is not logged into the chat, so I don't know how many people are on the page. Maybe there's 3,000 or 4,000, and I think you guys have been going for, you know, 3 and in 15 minutes or so, which is par for the course for Empower. Empower anyways, when we really get on a roll. But for those of you on the call, I mean, I'm coming in here obviously a little bit late. I was running around, and I was as a matter of fact, I've got a couple of stories that I could share with you. I think you guys would find them fascinating about just the journey that I've taken here over the last couple of months of investing into myself. And tonight, obviously, we're releasing the High Ticket Academy, to where you're going to learn how to really, I'd say up your game to a level that most people never really learn how to do. And not only do they not learn how to do it, a lot of people don't even know that it exists. They don't know that they can provide more value to people and ask for larger sums of money. And I shot a video about this a couple of days ago, and I think that one of the biggest concepts that marketers, network marketers really struggle with is the fact that we're so, I think, conditioned to not only buy inexpensive products, we're also conditioned to sell inexpensive products. And I think that's kind of a little bit of a fault on the industry side. Not that it's not a good thing, because obviously a good marketing funnel usually will start out with a lower priced product, but there's a difference between buying something for more value and charging more money. And what we're going to teach you, and what we've been teaching you if you've been involved in Empower Network for any amount of time, is that you can become valuable by learning, by investing, by going through the products, by coming to the event, by just getting around people who just know stuff than you do. And first of all, you've got to be humble enough, not timid, but humble enough to know and be willing to get around people who know more than you do in an area. I'm at an event this week because I want to learn stuff. I want to take my game to the next level. You know, I have and the cool thing is you can charge for that. Just to close that loop on that, you can charge for your information. The one thing that I want to communicate to you guys tonight is what we're about to do is essentially we're about to take you through and show you how to not only sell products that we're going to provide for you that are going to be higher ticket, and we're going to show you how to sell those products, but also we're going to kind of inject the confidence into you to let you know that you're valuable enough, that you're worth more than probably the price tag that you've been putting on yourself. And that goes with everything. It doesn't just go with going out there and creating products, because honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not really that excited about creating products. I'm just really not. So if that's what you're thinking I'm saying, it's honestly not. Creating products is something that's a lot of work. Ask me, ask Wood next time you see him, and ask Vic, ask Rashkin, he's done it before, ask Tony. We've all put products together, and I'll tell you, honestly, the reason why we kind of combine our efforts here at Empower Network is because it's a lot easier for all of us to combine our efforts and create a product than it is to go out on our own and create a product by ourselves. But we're going to teach you how to sell those products with confidence and how to go out there and say the right things to the right people and position yourself correctly. And for me, a guy like Aaron Rashkin, there's nobody who knows how to do that better. There's not. Many years ago, I was getting started on the internet, and I saw this just honestly this good-looking guy, and honestly, I have a lot of homosexual friends. There's not a homosexual bone in my body. This is a handsome man, though, right? And I remember
ridiculously good-looking.
He is very handsome, very handsome. So I kept seeing this handsome face all over the internet. And I said, who in the hell is this guy? And I learned that it was Aaron Rashkin. What I didn't know was the company that, and I've obviously found this out and learned this later, that Aaron Rashkin was the #1 producer in the largest high-ticket company that I was aware of that existed in the network marketing direct sales space. Now, there may have been something that was bigger. I wasn't aware of one. And basically, Rashkin's funnels were converting better than their funnels. He had systems, he had scripts, he had things that he was saying and doing with his prospects and customers that were out converting every single person in the company, and they were selling $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 events and packages and products and services. So I always have looked at Aaron as somebody who really understands the dynamics of how to position yourself and the language that you need to speak, and also how to really become an authority to where you can actually sell something without really selling it. Because my message to you, honestly, coming on here at the end of this webinar, for those of you, if you haven't invested yet, it's not really to tell you to invest in this product. It's really not. I mean, that's completely up to you. I mean, if you don't want to invest right here, right now, by pulling out your credit card and buying, that's completely up to you. But what I am here to tell you is that there's over 1,000 people that have tonight, and there's a reason why they have. The reason why 1,000 people just on basically a cuff with less than, I guess, 48 hours notice decided to jump on a hangout and invest in the High Ticket Academy is because the right people's teaching it. And this is information that people want to know right now, because not only it's something that you want to know, but also we've got some things coming down the road that this is going to really, really behoove you in knowing. This is information that you want to know for what's coming here over the course of the next couple of weeks. But for me, I think one of the cool things about Empower Network is that we actually do what we teach. We're not just guys who are sitting up on the top of a soapbox telling you that you should go out and buy products and you should invest in your education. Over the last, I guess, 60 days, me personally, I've invested probably over $25,000. And if you count travel and everything like that, hotels, food, recreational activities, because I was in New York, New Jersey a while ago, I'm in Palm Beach now, we're talking about probably $25,000, $30,000, me personally. And what I decided to do today was I decided to take my team, not only of a bunch of team members that work for Empower, but also a bunch of leaders, to another event and dropped another $20,000 just literally 4 hours ago at right around 8 o'clock. So the point and the reason why I tell you that is not really to impress you at all. It's more to impress upon you that the reason why we're teaching this information and making this stuff available is because we found in our careers, I guess you would call it, and oftentimes I try to stay away from the corporate words, but this is more, for me, it's more of a journey than it is a career, because I'm always learning. And I guess what separates people in Empower from what I've experienced in the past is that you have leaders like Aaron Rashkin, somebody who's sitting here who has invested, and if I was to probably guess, Aaron, I'd probably say hundreds of thousands of dollars that you've spent to learn what you know over the course of the last how many years that you've been in network marketing and marketing. And for a guy like that, at that caliber and that quality, to be teaching you everything that he knows about how to sell high-ticket products for $197, again, I'm not here to pressure you into to buying. I'm not here to pressure you into pulling out your credit card and filling out the form right now and buying. I'm really not. That's not my message. For you, it's a decision that you have to make if you're ready to take your game to the next level. I was standing in an auditorium, and I remember it wasn't too long ago, and I go to all kinds of different seminars. The reason why I go to different events is, number one, because I want to educate myself, but number two, it's the same reason why we tell you to come to Empower events. We don't just tell you because we're sitting around and we want to put on an event and we want to monetize our events. Matter of fact, I'll just be honest with you, we've lost money on Empower Network events over the course of the last year. Is that something that I'm excited to say? Is that something that I'm proud of? No, but what I am proud of is the fact that we've put on experiences for people to come and learn something and take something away and grow as a person that has really, really been of high value to them. And I do the same thing. I think the cool thing about here, us at Empower, leaders, people inside of Empower, and the company owners, the CEO, everything, is we're not gonna ask you to do something that we're not willing to do. And Aaron's put in the time, he's put in the effort, he's put in the years, he's invested in himself over probably, and I don't know how long you've been doing this, I know over 10 years, hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn, and lots of mistakes. And the interesting thing is, what I've learned is when I've got around really smart people who are better at things than I am, I'm not particularly paying for all their successes. I'm paying for some of their failures too. I'm paying to learn what they did that didn't work. I'm paying to learn what not to do. I'm paying to learn what landmines to avoid. And I can tell you something, there's some things that Rashkin knows that he can teach. And there's obviously going to probably be some other people that are contributing to this product. Wood will probably jump out. I'll jump out. Rush has got a lot of experience selling high-ticket products. But we're also not. You're not only paying for people's success. You're also paying for their failures. To learn what to avoid. To learn what doesn't work. To learn what is absolutely going to screw you in trying to sell a high-ticket item. And I can tell you that there is, because I've sold them before, and I struggled for a long time until I really learned how to communicate to people and how to sell it and how to position it and how to become an authority. The cool thing is that you can leverage technology and you can leverage the internet to become an authority, regardless of where you're at right now, regardless of what you've done in the past, regardless of what failures or successes or whatever you've had in the past. You can become successful this month. You can have your first $10,000 month. For a lot of you, you're going to have your first 20 or 30,000. Now, let me just put a big fat income disclaimer out there just before I even say any numbers. That's not a guarantee. There will be a lot of you who make no money at all. But those of you who invest in this product and invest in your education and learn and follow the principles, the concepts, and the systems that we lay out for you in this product are going to be able to use those to really get the results that you want. And that's the exciting thing. Here's the other side of the news. You've got to make a decision. You've got to decide that and realize that there's no free lunch in this game. And that's kind of the other side of the stone. I think a lot of people that get involved in different business opportunities, network marketing companies, they buy products and they think, gosh, this is going to be the the sky is going to open up and money is just going to fall. And the truth of the matter is that money is going to come to you a lot quicker than you thought it was even possible when you start to get in the flow, when you start to get around people who know what they're talking about. But the truth is that you've got to do the work, and the work starts with making a decision that you're going to do the work. It's all right here, guys. This is what I've learned. I'm a guy who came from being homeless, who everybody said that I couldn't do shit with my life, who said that I was a high school dropout. I had gotten in trouble up and down and all around, struggled with addiction, alcoholism, was a construction worker, could not get clean, and failed in network marketing for the first year or two that I tried when I came back after I had failed miserably the first time that I did it. And the difference between me and the people who were in back when I first got started, is I made a decision. I can remember having some major challenges, not just with myself, but also with external stuff, companies that shut down, different challenges that I was having, spending money, and I was involved in a company, and I ordered the first company that I was involved in when I got online was a cell phone company, and this company shut down. I invested my last $500 in this big fancy schmancy phone that they said was like God's great gift to earth. That phone never came. So I had every reason and every excuse to just quit. I had every reason to say, this is a scam, this is not going to work. But I made a decision that was not my destiny. And sometimes what you've got to do is get out of your own way so you can get to your destiny. And for a lot, that destiny is to learn the information that we want to teach you and that we're going to teach to so far over 1,000 people, and use it to get the results that you want in your business. But guys, it's your decision. It's up to you. And I'm going to stand up here, and the cool thing is I can do that with a phone, because even though I'm about to go to bed, I'm about to get ranting and raving in here and excited, because guys, let me tell you something. This can be the biggest month of your life. This can be the biggest year of your life. You can turn things around. You can do for your family what you've always wanted to do for them by making a decision right now. Not particularly that you're going to invest in this product. Not particularly that you're going to make a decision right here, right now to buy and to be a part of this coaching class, but that you're going to do whatever it takes this year to make it happen. That you're going to not only invest in this product, but you're also going to get your ass to Miami. That you're going to make a decision right now whenever an opportunity comes up for you to better yourself, you're going to take it. That if you got to stay up 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, 368 days a year, you're going to do what it takes to make it happen, because you're worth it, your family's worth it, and your damn dreams are worth it, my friend. Your year is now, and everything that you want's in front of you. And oftentimes you've just got to get out of your own way, and you've got to rub sometimes that brown stuff, sometimes we like to call poop, out of your glasses so you can see clearly and realize there's some people right here who know some stuff that can teach it to you, that can help you get to the next level. Those people are sitting on this call right now. Those people are Vic Strizhouse. Those people are Tracy Walker. Those people are the people who are going to be training in this training course that are going to teach you how to use this information to become a high valuable authority to sell products that are worth what you're worth, which, my friend, is whatever price tag you're willing to put on yourself. Guys, it's time to stand up right here, right now, and in 2014, and stop settling for less. It's time in 2014 to realize that you can do it. It's your year. It's time in 2014 to realize that you're going to get plugged into the leadership, and you're going to be on stage no matter what, and this is the vehicle that you can use to do it. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to pop off because my phone's about to die, and I've got to kind of unpack my bags and get settled here. But here's what I want to leave you with, okay? When we start out in this business, we all have to come through the front door. And what I mean by that is there is no back doors. There is no side doors. In Empower Network, there's no under-the-table deals. Everybody's got to get to where they are right here, right now, by making a decision to do it. And I've seen people make decisions, whether it be 30 days ago or whether it be a year ago, where they were flat broke and busted and had nothing. They made a decision that they were going to do it no matter what. They were going to plug into the information, and now they're going to be on stage with us in Miami Celebrate, okay? That can be you. That should be you. That can be you, and you deserve for that to be you. It's 2014. Guys, it's your year, and this is the first opportunity for you to make 2014 the best year of your life. And what you do in this first 20-something days in January is going to determine how the rest of your year ends up. It's up to you. That's the good news. And that's the bad news. The decision's not in our hands, it's in your hands. The same decision that you have, I have, which is why I'm right here where I'm at right now, getting ready to sit in a seminar for 5 days to invest in myself. Guys, I love you, I appreciate you, and it warms my heart and excites me, and I'm going to have a hard time going to sleep because I got to jump on this webinar and see you guys' sexy faces. So all of you in the chat, if you made a decision tonight, there's somebody sitting on this webinar, on this page right now that's looking at that chat roll that needs you to believe in them, that needs just a little bit of encouragement, that needs just a little push over the edge, that needs somebody to say, you know what? You are in the right place at the right time, and it is your time. It is your month, and it is your year. If you made that decision tonight, let me know, because I'm going to hang up here off this Hangout, and I'm going to go look at the chat box, and I want to see you guys. I want to see who's all in with us. I want to see your name. I want to see you commit and make a decision and a declaration right here tonight that you are in, not just an Empower Network, but with yourself too. And guys, I look forward to seeing you guys on stage. Wood, back over to you, my brother.
Yeah, I was just sending out some marketing material, doing my bit to help all of you guys earn commissions. I actually don't know how many sales we're at right now, but I just sent out a text message just telling you. So if you've made a decision to buy High Ticket Academy tonight, go ahead and just tell us in the comments and tell us that you've made a decision. Tell us actually if you've already made commissions in selling High Ticket Academy, and we just launched it earlier today. Go ahead and tell us how much money you've made in commissions by selling High Ticket Academy. This isn't even utilizing the information in the product to sell high-ticket stuff. This is just selling the product the first day that it's out. Go ahead and just tell us what you've accomplished today. Those of you who have sold it all in, Gary, congratulations. Made the decision. Esteban, congratulations on making the decision. Dave Sharp, he says, I'm in with myself. Thanks, I needed that. Dave, you're just awesome, by the way. All in, baby. Hey, Chip, love you too, man. Chris, all in. See you in Miami. I'm all in 2014. All in plus High-Ticket Academy. Wade B, I got it. I'm there. Greg, you got the text. You got it. So see you in Miami too, guys. You love it. Guys, go ahead and just make a decision to buy it. If you haven't got it, pull out your credit card, click the button that says Activate High Ticket Academy right now, and buy this product right now. And let's lock arms. If you're an affiliate of Empower Network, let's lock arms over the next 7 days and help you make some sales. As you can see from people in here, we've already helped a huge amount of people. Somebody made over, Vic made over $20,000. Paul's made over $164 in commissions today. Who else here has close to $5,000? Congratulations, Mike Hobbs. Heather, congratulations on making the decision to buy. Jason, congratulations on making a decision to buy. George, congratulations. Bought and sold. Timothy, congratulations on making a decision. Joey, Richard, congratulations. Chris Darty, hey, good to see you, buddy. $1,500. Bought and made 2 sales. Paul Smithberg, awesome. Rick, bought before the Hangout. Sherry, bought and all in. Adrian, all in and got it. Congratulations, Adrian. I can't even keep up with all these people who are buying the product. Guys, if you haven't bought the product, lock in on the discount, click the button, and make a decision to buy the product. Buy the product right now. All in, Eli, and earned $591. Congratulations, right, guys? Congratulations on making a decision that you're serious enough about your future, that you're serious enough to invest in your education. And if you haven't bought it yet, click the button that says Activate High Ticket Academy and buy the product right now. Look, I can't tell you how many times I could sit here and tell you to buy it, but the fact is, Alexander, congratulations on making the decision. Who here just made a decision when Dave Sharp was talking to buy the product? Who here's made a decision to buy it? Almost $2,000. Chuck Marshall, congratulations on getting $2,000 in commissions. Let's see, it's been activated. Stephen Moody, congratulations on activating High Ticket Academy. Paul Rose Reaper Gardner, long name, and congratulations on your long commissions. You've earned $788. Congratulations. Jason, all in, congratulations. And TO108 DPB, congratulations on buying it. Lisa Walker, congratulations. Hey, love you too, man. Look, over $2,000 in commissions. John Alfred's in our, really? Dude, you're killing it, man. Congratulations. Congratulations. Catherine, congratulations on buying it. Paul, I don't know if you can't buy 5 times in a row, but you could get 5 people to buy. Go ahead and buy it. Bought it at 3 p.m. today. No time to waste around here. Lee, congratulations. You sold a few already. Congratulations. Guys, I just wanted to tell you congratulations on making a decision that you're serious enough about your future to buy this, to invest in your future, to learn how to sell higher ticket products. 985 miles. I don't even know who that is. Miles, congratulations. Sebastian Voss made 394 already in doing it. Own every product and have been to every event. Living free in Medellin, Colombia. Greg, hey, good to see you again. Congratulations on making a decision. Cindy Lynn, got mine before this webinar opened. Already made a sale within 5 minutes. Congratulations, guys. How do you make a sale? Get people to this page. Put your affiliate ID on it. All in and purchased High Traffic Academy. Congratulations, Evie. I got sales of High Traffic Academy too. Valerie, congratulations on your sales. Bought it right away. Congratulations, Mark. Congratulations. Hey, guys, I just wanted to tell you congratulations on making a decision to buy. Thomas, hey, I'm grateful for you, buddy. Always good talking to you. Always good hearing from you. And hope you're just doing well. Guys, I wanted to congratulate you for making a decision today. I wanted to congratulate you for caring enough about your education to make a decision to lock arms with us and to get on this live training. Guys, you're awesome. We love you. We love Empower Network. And I don't actually have any more thoughts tonight other than if you haven't done it yet, pull out your credit card. Or if you can't pull it out because it's not in your pocket, then walk over to where your credit card is and pick up your credit card and bring it over to your computer, click the button that's on the left that says click here to activate High Traffic Academy, and then go ahead and enter in your credit card information after you've logged into the members area and buy this product for a discount of over $197. Didn't take too much time, of course, Lisa Walker, because you're the kind of person that takes action and you care about your education. Guys, you are awesome. Congratulations. Kevin, it's great to see you on here, man. You know, new product. I bought it without even knowing what it is. Hey, congratulations on making a decision to buy. Guys, that's what successful people do. Successful people make decisions and they take massive action. They make decisions immediately and they change their mind slowly. Go ahead and pull out your credit card and make a decision to buy it. I actually don't have any other thoughts. I can repeat that for another 2 hours if you guys want. But any thoughts, Aaron, before we end this?
Can you guys hear me? Okay, I think I was muted out there. I'm just cracking up at some of the stuff that's being said on Facebook and Skype and all this stuff. You know what's so funny, Dave? And I'll be honest with you. You know, not too long ago, you know, I made a lot of decisions based on the wrong circumstances. So, for example, before I bought something, I would first have to look at my bank account. I would have to look at my checkbook. I would have to think about, you know, all the money that I thought I had or didn't have coming in. And I made my decisions based on what I had in my wallet. And not too many years ago, about 5 years ago, right when I got on the internet for the very first time, when I invested in my very first high-ticket product because I wanted to learn how to sell it, I made a decision that changed my life, not just to invest in my first high-ticket product and go to that first conference that we went to, but I made a decision to never make a decision based on what I had in my bank account and in my wallet and the income that I had. I decided to make a decision based on what I had inside my heart. And I'm going to tell you right now, when I started living by heart and when I started listening to what I really wanted, and I gave myself permission to succeed, and I allowed myself the opportunity to surround myself with greatness and the people that I knew that I could learn the most from in the shortest amount of time so that I could become more like them because they had the results that I wanted. When I made that decision, when I took out my credit card, other people started taking out theirs. So, Dave, you know, you've said it so many times. The truth is that successful people that are destined for success, not even people who have had success yet, but the people who are destined for success, the people who are supposed to become successful, the people that can see themselves walking out to their mailbox and collecting huge checks or looking in their inbox and seeing these amazing notifications on tremendous commissions and looking in their back offices and seeing their payout for the week has 5 figures. Instead of it being 5 figures a year, it's a 5-figure week now. Those are the kind of commissions that are going to be able to be achieved here when people know how to do it. So, gang, pull out your card. Let's get this done. Get the monkey off your back because what we're going to teach you, and I was actually Skyping with Dave earlier and texting him, and I said, Dave, you know what I'm excited about? I'm excited for the people who buy the product because for the very first time I'm going to teach something that I've never taught before. You know, I used to teach when I was a cold market prospector back in the multi-level marketing days. I used to teach my teams how to prospect. I would get on a phone call in front of hundreds of people and I would actually make cold calls to people on a lead list that I bought and were faxed over, on a fax. This is how archaic I was back in the early days. This is how long I've been around. I'm kind of dating myself here, but I used to get leads faxed over to me on this little thin fax paper. It was almost like the kind of paper you'd stuff into a Christmas present, And we would have these lists of people, and we would get 1,500 people per month, and we'd get another 500 as a bonus if we made some sales selling the leads. So I can tell you, I used to teach cold market prospecting, but I never taught high-ticket selling. I never talked about how to ask for a commission, how to ask for a sale, how to ask somebody to gather the funds so they can get in and change the quality of their life. I've never taught it, Dave, so I'm so stoked. I'm really excited, and I'm most excited for the people that I'm going to be able to connect with and teach this stuff that's been buried deep inside me for all these years, that I've never, ever had an opportunity to put out there to thousands and thousands of people. So if you haven't bought yet, do it. Buy it now, because this is an opportunity for you to completely change not just your mindset, but your skill set when it comes to making money from home. And Dave, that is what really drives me. That's what I'm most passionate about. I hear all these people making money online. I hear all these people talking about the commissions that they made. And I know that there's already hundreds of people that have earned tonight alone because somebody on their team already bought. But I'll tell you this, I haven't looked in my back office to see my commissions because I really don't care what I make from the sale of this product. This is not what it's about for me. See, when you get the money game out of the way, that's when your life can completely change. When money's not on your mind all the time, this is when you start attracting it to you. I don't fear, money, or I'm not worried about money. There's never a concern that I have about money, because I know that when I'm not attached to it, and I'm attached to the value that I know I can deliver, and the value that I know that our products deliver, and I know that our community and our events and our culture and the leaders and the members and all the people here that make Empower Network what it is today, 25 or 26 months here into the making, right? We were a beta test company for 25 months. We were in a beta test for 25 months and paid you guys $70 million in commissions. I want you to think about that for a minute. I want you to think about how big this really is. I want you to think about how much bigger it's going to get. And when you think about where we're headed, right, versus where we've been, right, we're really very much at the tip of the iceberg. You've only seen just a flash so far of what's going to happen here. And so the people, and I always say this, the people that realize that Empower Network has dominated the home business industry, the entire niche of internet and home business marketing for the last 25, 26 months, right, while we dominate inside the world of home-based business and internet marketing, right now, pull out your credit card so that you can dominate inside the world of Empower Network. That, my friends, is the most important thing for you to do right now. Pull out your card, get your high-ticket academy, and let's do this thing together. I'm sure that you are going to be very, very happy about what you learn over the next several weeks with us here, Dave.
Well, that's it, and that's my thoughts, guys. Is just make a decision, pull out your credit card, click the button, and if you haven't done it yet, pull out. Just make a decision, guys. Make a decision quickly. Just make a decision that you're going to do it, that you're going to learn these skills. Because look, all these other marketers out there, they're earning weenie commissions, and they're earning small commissions too. And you get a chance to earn these high-ticket commissions. Well, you get a chance to earn $197 commissions if you're an affiliate of Empower Network by just reselling this. And then when we increase the price, you can earn even more. So just buy it. Just pull out your credit card and buy it, and learn how to earn large commissions. You know what I mean? And then we could really say, look at these weenie commissions people are earning, because you're going to not only be able to have Empower Network and what we do, but you're also going to know the skills that have enabled Aaron Rashkin to sell millions of dollars of high-ticket product. And imagine what it'll be like when not only you have those skills, but you also work for the next 7 days with us, make some sales, and your team also has access to these skills, and your team also knows these secrets, and then your team starts succeeding, and then they're not getting weenie commissions either. They're also getting high-ticket commissions. Just click the button now, buy the product, make a decision to buy it if you haven't bought it yet, get people to this page, put your affiliate code on it, and let's just get thousands and thousands and thousands of people to teach these skills, because I want to help people to do things they've never done before. I want to help you sell more stuff in Empower. I want to help you sell more stuff out of Empower. I want to just plain help you sell more stuff, because selling more stuff equals getting more commissions. And while you're at it, why not get high-ticket commissions by clicking the button now and learning the secrets that we've got in this product? I don't know if you have any final thoughts, Tony, but I'm just, about ready to tell them to buy 500 more times.
Dude, I'm just sitting here cracking up listening. I remember 2 years ago, the first time I was ever on one of these webinars, I was amazed because Jessica, and you remember this, I told you this story one time, Jessica had walked out of the room. I think she went to get the kids at the theater or something, and she came back like 2 hours later, and she walked through, and she said, "Is that same guy? Is he still talking?" I'm like, "Baby, the craziest thing is the longer he talks, the more money we make." But I'll tell you what comes up for me. Two things. Number one, happy birthday to Shannon Lavinia, who on the East Coast, I think, is just celebrating a birthday. So she's on a live webinar making thousands of dollars and is celebrating a birthday. So happy birthday.
Hey, dude, we should like sing happy commissions to her. Happy commissions to you.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear me sing.
Well, you play piano. You don't need to.
But I'll tell you something else that's exciting to me, and Aaron touched on it a moment ago. I'm sitting here looking at the chat roll, and I see a lot of people whose names I don't know, and that's exciting. In the Leadership Council, we kind of have a little bit of a bird's eye view about the community. We're a really big community. Literally hundreds of thousands of people have gotten started in Empower Network. There's a lot of people we don't know. But when I see people whose names I don't know, and they're saying, "Hey, I've just made, my third sale, or I've just made my fifth sale," that's exciting. And then I see a lot of people whose names I do know, people who are on Aaron's team and Shannon's team and my team. And I see, regardless of whether I know them or not, here's what stands out to me. We work in an industry where, just because of the way most pay plans are set up, and I'm talking specifically about the affiliate opportunity here for just a moment, we've laid out an ironclad case tonight for why you should be marketing higher ticket products. But just as an affiliate opportunity tonight, the ability to earn these $197 commissions and then $497 commissions next week, we work in an industry where, just by nature of how the traditional network marketing pay plan is laid out, you have to have a lot of people to make a decent income in a lot of these companies. And they're good companies with good products. But I remember I was in a company one time where I did the math. I needed 42 people on my team just to pay for my own product, auto ship, every month. And so, a lot of times people, they get frustrated in that type of pay plan because, it's 6 months in the business, and it's, hey, why are these products, they get these little fights with their spouse, maybe you've done that. Hey, honey, why are these products still coming to the house every month? We haven't even used the ones from last month. And I'm not disparaging any company or product. I'm just saying most of these pay plans are designed in a way where it really takes quite an effort to get your feet up underneath of you. And so tonight, it's really exciting for me, not just because of the results I've had today, but to see people who I know, they've made $600 tonight. Guys, that changes lives. That changes lives, guys. $600. Do you realize what that is to a lot of people? To a lot of people, that's a car payment. It might be their rent. The ability to give somebody an opportunity where they can just plug into a replay on this page. You can get started tonight. Use this page. Put your own affiliate code in the address up above. Put this out on Facebook. Put it on Twitter. Send it to your list, whatever, and create what we call cash on demand. The ability to say, you know what, I'm going to exercise a little bit of marketing strategy that I've learned from these guys over at Empower Network, and I'm just going to go pluck some $100 bills off the money tree. And when I see people in the chat roll talking about, I can picture the fist in the air. Man, $200, made my first sale tonight. A lot of people, that's vindication. For a lot of people, that's proof that you really can make money from home. Because a lot of you, like I was, where you did a lot of things and you never had any results. and all of a sudden tonight you've made $200. And you know what? I remember the first time I made $200 from home. It felt like I'd won the lottery. I went down to the ATM machine and pulled that money out and brought it home and put it on the kitchen table. I was so excited. I just wanted to see it in real life. That's how excited I was. So I'm stoked tonight for you guys. I'm stoked for the fact that many of you tonight have actually proven to yourself what you really can do when you put your blinders on and you play full out and you just follow the system and you use the resources that we're providing you. So to everybody who's earned a single sale tonight, and to everybody who's gotten started, congratulations. This is the tip of the iceberg for 2014. And if you will add a little bit of belief and put your blinders on and you'll run with us, I'm telling you, 2014, you can do some things that right now may seem absolutely impossible. So anyway, my hat is off to you. If you've made a decision tonight, congratulations. I salute you. And if you've made your first sale tonight, or your first 5 sales, or your first 10 sales, whatever, I am excited for you to see results of that magnitude. So anyway, my hat's off to you guys.
You know what I'm curious about is how many people are on here who had no idea we were doing anything, and then they got an email that said you just lost a commission, and then they said what the hell's this, and then they clicked the link and upgraded, and then came to this webinar, and then have earned money since then. I bet there's actually quite a lot more than would care to admit it. I remember, Tony, when you first got involved with Empower Network, I got on a live stream one night because you didn't think people would buy a $500 product. And you got 3 emails that said you just lost a $500 commission.
Dude,
and then you ran to your house with your credit card. Like when I visualize it, dude, I imagine you like you're slamming on the gas, like honking at people, steering through traffic with your credit card, like, or your credit card's like between your teeth because you've got a stick shift, and you're driving with one hand with your credit card in your teeth, racing to get home to just enter that credit card into the computer.
Let me tell you, it was when I got the email that said you've just lost a $500 commission. I actually didn't. I thought it was like clever copywriting. I didn't think it was real. And then I clicked on it, and it actually had the customer's name, and it was somebody who had just signed up with me. And I was like, well, that's a fluke. That'll happen 1 in a million times.
Well,
when
yeah.
The second one came in, the second one came in, like 30 minutes later, it stung. But before I could get home, a third one came in, and I felt like somebody stabbed me in the neck. and Jessica's like, you're gonna get this, aren't you? And I'm like, man, I could not get my credit card out fast enough. $1,500 ran by me just in the course of like 45 minutes or something, because I did not have my belief level where it should have been. I was not in a position to allow abundance to flow in my life. And again, it goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Making money is a decision. That's all it is. It's a decision to get in the way of the way. Money is going to flow. You can't stop it. You can't make money not flow. So the trick is to get in the way of the money so that the money hits you. And that's all it is. It's a decision. And when you start thinking like a millionaire, you start having the results. You start having situations where money just flows naturally into your bank account. But it does take work. It does take commitment. It does take some effort. It does take following the system. But it is a decision. It all starts with making a decision. So, yeah, do not. Guys, let me tell you, it's brutal. When you get those emails that say you've lost money, trust me, you did not come here to Empower Network to get emails telling you that you've lost commissions. So whatever you do, do not get that email. It's brutal. And the one that David wrote for this particular lost commission, it's hilarious. It's brutal.
I mean, it's hilarious, but it's not worth losing a $197 commission just to get the email.
No. We'll just copy and paste it to you if you want to get a laugh. Don't waste $200 just to get the email.
Yeah. You want to log in and activate the product now. Buy the product now and get people to this live stream, and then start getting commissions by making some sales. And let's make some sales together. Let's make some sales together and get some commissions. And then over the next week, over the next 7 days, in addition to making some sales, let's go out there and let's learn how to make high-ticket sales too. By the way, last thing I'm going to say, and then I'm going to end this because I actually got to go. I want to say this: you guys got to get to Miami. If like today, people got surprised last minute, and then Tony, how much money have you made from this product today? I'm just curious because this is a surprise for you. How much have you made today?
I'm actually just looking now. I just made my 52nd sale, so minus pass-ups, I don't know, ballpark, let's see, hang on a second. 40. I have 40 sales, 12 that passed up just by virtue of the pay plan.
Thank you for the commissions.
You're welcome. Happy to. Hey, it's flow, baby. It's prosperity and flow. So that's 12 sales passed to you. So that's $2,400 that went to my sponsor, and I kept 40 sales for myself, which ballpark I've had an $8,000 day just on this product.
Here, you know, I'm actually curious about that. Hold on a second here, real quick. Let's see. I'm going to check how much Tony Rush has made on that product. Let's see. Start Tony Rush here. Let's see how much money you made. Who knows? Who knows? I'm curious because I'm just excited. But you know, this is fun. Let's see here. We got High Ticket Academy. You made $11,000. That's including your pass-ups.
Wow.
Not bad for a surprise money. Surprise money. So guys, get the product, get to Miami, okay?
Wow.
And we're gonna make some big announcements. If you think that it's cool that Tony could do that, imagine if he did that, and then on top of that was able to earn a $3,000 commission, or even a $7,000 commission, or something like that. Just guys, you gotta get excited about what's coming. So I'm not gonna say anything more other than buy the product now, okay? Take action, and congratulations on making the decision to buy.